it's not, oh, can this be something that you keep doing?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
they absolutely can. And what this guarantees is that North America will have a grand finalist. It will either be Shopify Rebellion or Redacted, and they could even add SSG to it.
Yeah, SSG, you know, that's the team that everybody's been talking about as the strongest, so, you know, backstage and behind the camera. But Redacted look phenomenal today. They look so impressive. And yes, NIP, they didn't play their best, but even if they did, this was not going to be an easy series. This was going to, at best for them, go down to the wire and maybe end up being a loss anyway. Some of the plays Redacted a fit. Talk hit an absolute screamer. Wavy hit a screamer in this game. Just going for a flip reset, ceiling, double tap, flick past 2. Just unbelievable performance from Redacted. And like you said, looks like they can keep this up. The style of play is working wonderfully.
Ninjas in Pajamas 0, Redacted 3. It took 2 overtimes, but it also took hat tricks, it took outplays, it took everything from Redacted. And they march on to the semifinals, and they're currently talking to Leaf.
I don't know what you guys are doing if you're not back in Redacted right now, because they're looking good. Wavy, my man. How you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling great. That was such an intense match. Going into it, we knew we're up against such a great team, but we've seen in our scrims and in our other tournament results, we know that if we play our game, play confident, there's no one in this world that we can't beat.
And you guys were confident the whole way through. Like, it never looked like there was ever any moment of doubt. I feel like every time I look over you guys, you're smiling, you're laughing, you're in it, and you're talking.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to say it's because we have such a great bond between teammates.
It's huge.
We are good friends. We talk outside of the game. Every day after scrims, we were getting lunch together. Last night, we were delivering some burgers and stuff. We were enjoying it. We were having fun together. I think that ties into how good we are as a team.
I've seen it from other teams. They talk about that too, about how important it is to make sure you got that kind of rapport with each other. Just hanging out seems to be like the key for everyone. Yeah. Is there ever a moment where like it starts to sink into your head where like you get a little too serious? Because like I feel it's easy to slip into that.
In that overtime, I was like, wait, are we about to sweep? I had a moment of realization there, but throughout the entire thing, I knew to play confident. As long as you don't get nervous and don't change how you're playing, realistically, we were going to win with how the game felt.
Yeah, how you do that though, I don't know, because it's so easy to just start playing back a little bit. I mean, you guys were making some pretty incredible goal line saves. Was that just because you're getting caught off guard, or is that just the way you like to play?
Probably because we were a little caught off guard. I'd like to say it's because of our opponents are such a great team. Playing against other teams, you can get away with plays like we're making, mistakes we're making, but they will punish you immediately, and that led to the goal line saves we needed to make.
Okay, looking forward in the bracket. If I'm not mistaken, I was told you're playing Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, we have a rematch from last night.
Yeah, we know that one last time. How's it looking this time?
We're a lot more confident. I think we're playing on a different level than we were yesterday. I'd like to say I wish we were playing how we were last series yesterday. I think we definitely could have won that series, maybe even won the entire regional.
Hey, if CJ's allowed to put his bias out there, I'm putting it out there too. I am backing you guys the whole way, and I'm letting you guys know that now. Keep it up. You're looking amazing, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Redacted. Show up. They heard all the hate. They heard all the doubt. And they said, let me talk to you. Dropped the bombs on Ninjas in Pajamas here, and they've advanced to the semifinals.
This is ridiculous. We had a 5-man sweep with the coin as well. The coin was so confident in the Ninjas in Pajamas that it's not as if they didn't. I wouldn't say they were in top form, but we are taking 0 away from Redacted here. They were unreal. Talk's hitting sidewall skims. We probably saw 3 of the top 5 goals from the tournament from Redacted in this series alone.
Where on earth has Talk been? Like that, what a player! He's been exceptional in that.
Look at this.
He's
What is
getting
this?
this skin.
What is this?
The speed he puts on that shot. That is a top goal contender of the tournament. That's absolutely beautiful. And NIP did not see that coming.
If you just took that goal in isolation, took the names off, and showed it to a random RLCS fan, 100 out of 100 would guess it was Zen.
This is it's insane. This is a Shopify Rebellion roster that looked terrible at the World Championships without Riddles, with Talk included, still memory coaching, and they look completely different. They were nowhere near a level of Ninjas in Pajamas at Worlds. I cannot believe it.
And CJ was saying in the green room, he was like, look, I've been here before. It's not going to be as smooth as you think. We are going to be getting an overtime when they were 2-0 up in that final game. And in the end, it did go 2 in overtime. CJ, they lost their Shopify branding. They picked up Talk, and this is a real contender.
This is what I'm talking about, though. You know, we break up. They sign up to the gym, these boys. They do some self-care. They're working on themselves, and they're looking hot. They are looking real hot, and it's, I'm jealous. I'm jealous with how they're looking. It's great to see, though.
Listen, they look good. They look really great. Talk especially looked sensational. I mean, he was balling out the whole entire set. And then Two-Piece and Wavy. Two-Piece had a very shaky World Championship. And this so far here in Copenhagen, this is an entirely different player. He's confident, and they're saving everything, and they're being creative with it too. Even Wavy had a reset of Musty in the air to score to open up the scoring in game number 3 of that series.
Worth mentioning too that NIP did not show up really in that series as much. No. Taking nothing away from them, but that was not an NIP that I think deserved to win that series. I think that was they were outplayed by Redacted. They were obviously the better team. There were 2 overtimes. I wasn't convinced by any NIP really at any given moment.
I think it's just the beauty of this LAN as well. You get more chance to have reps. I actually had lunch today with the Redacted team, and there's less pressure. You know, it's not they weren't boot camping for Worlds as they were in Lyon. They were boot camping for the start of the season. This is a kickoff LAN, so you get chances to scrim, to play international competition with pressure off.
Yeah, that's a good point. Less pressure at this LAN at the moment, but as they get closer to this final, you start realizing that, hey, we can just book our ticket to Boston right now. We don't even have to worry about having to open 2 and 3.
The wings as well.
Exactly. So it's going to start hitting them soon. If it didn't hit them last match, it's definitely going to hit them this match when they go up against Shopify. To your point about NIP, though, they didn't deserve the win, but they didn't play bad, though. Let's not put it like that. They had a couple miscues, I think, even in game number 1, where they had a moment of a flurry where they just kept missing open nets after net, and then it's just hard to be Redacted when you're doing that.
To me, this is clearly a match where the final score line doesn't represent how close it was. It was 2 overtimes. There was multiple large leads from one team that the other had to come back and send us those overtimes and stuff like that. Fantastic showing from NIP. Just not good enough for a win anytime.
A guaranteed North American team in the final of the
That's
gauntlet.
true.
Which is great. I was a little worried about that. I didn't want to see EU versus EU. We're doing this for a reason here.
You'd say it now.
We have NA versus EU. No, NA, they're guaranteed. We don't know about EU yet.
We don't know about EU. We'll see how the other side. We're going to hop down to the other side of the bracket here in just a moment. But while we do, make sure you got your Twitch account linked to your Epic account so you can earn the Titanium White Nemesis. It is only available by viewing on Twitch. So if you're hearing me on some other platform and you want this car, make sure you pull it up on Twitch so that you can earn this car. I know I got my laptop open, muted in the green room right now. I want one.
It's a fitting name as well, Nemesis. Who would have thought the Shopify Rebellion's new roster's their Nemesis would be the old roster? They're back again.
They're back.
Rivalries reborn here. Shopify Rebellion versus Redacted will be the semifinal for the top side of our bracket. We'll play that one here in just a moment. We got to find out, though, who Carmine Core is going to play on the lower side of the semifinals with Space Station versus Vitality coming up next. And, you know, my head is just like, I think I'm just getting confident through the roof here. I think NA might just sweep it all here, Snuppy.
Oh, right. There's no way.
There is a way.
Chance.
Blame Johnny
It could
Boy.
happen.
He said that Europe
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Shopify versus Vitality. I'm telling you, it's happening, okay?
Oh, looks like you're backing up a bit here. Okay, Luann? Is there a Luann in the house?
Remember, you don't work here. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Luann going once.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents,
Luann?
but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Sorry.
Luann!
We have 16 teams from around the world. It's a shot. It's wide. The follow is in.
They need to keep running back to their net. Otherwise, Brad will come back at them.
But it doesn't matter because there's killers through 1. There's killers. 1, 2. Oh, it's so cold. Just give him the trophy now.
T-Bates here, and today I have a special unboxing from Blacklight. It's gonna be something you've never seen before. ASMR. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh my gosh. It's cool. These are the instructions. It's a piece of art. Smooth as silk. And now for the finishing touches. The Athena Pro. Blacklight. RLCS. Available for pre-order right now.
Legends fall, underdogs rise. And ready for RLCS 2026.
Hey, there we are. See, I told you.
Yeah, we're up.
Told you we were going to be here.
And here
Welcome back. I got it. I got us muted. Welcome.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
Fighting on a reality show to the cheers of trillions.
I get it. It's hard to change. Me? I'm pretty loyal. I've been on the same team for 17 years. Same coach for 11. Never switched my number once. And I start every warm-up with a pass from the same guy. What's up, Curtis? And I shoot from the same spot. Every time. So you can imagine how good something has to be for me to change.
Can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it with the big bad dough. Come on. Don't I make it look easy? Don't I make it look good? Yeah.
I get excited about the Subaru Share the Love event because Subaru retailers nationwide are giving back.
Giving back makes us who we are.
You can get a great vehicle and choose the charity Subaru and your retailer support with their donations.
More than $350 million donated to charity.
Over 2,700 hometown charities supported.
It's our chance to make a difference together.
Get 0% APR on select new Subaru models, and Subaru will share the love.
Just try believing all this power in your frequency. All these doubts may have it shaking, but what's learned was never needless.
Extra aroma, extra sensual, extra dose. Born in Roma fragrances, Valentino.
Stuck at the DMV, and I think I'm late on my car insurance.
Good thing the General gives you a break with flexible payment options.
Let's get you a break while you wait.
What is this place?
This is our DMVIP.
Vending machine charcuterie.
Ooh.
For a great low rate, go with the General.
FanDuel's dropping profit boosts every college football Saturday. So how do we spread the word?
I got it. We boost our bus with rockets and fly to tailgates everywhere.
Love it.
Get a profit boost every college football Saturday with FanDuel.
What's good? It's your boy DDG, man. Y'all ready? Watch this.
When we come through, better get out the way, cause all locked up in the beat his case. Clap. All I need is a beat. I can say anything on a song and it's still gonna slap.
I love that.
Yeah, you hear Fury in the background.
You
guys hear that over the mic? That's Fury.
I don't know. Yeah, no,
he's feeling something about Vitality over there. You know, they were looking really good.
Yeah.
Like Vitality was looking very good, but it just depends on what version of Space Station we get. Because we've seen Space Station look equally as good, but that's just not what we got in the grand final last time. But hopefully they've had time to sleep on it and they can regain from yesterday.
Yeah. From talking with the boys, ate breakfast with them. Believe it or not, shout breakfast.
Shout out breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
No, those guys, like, they lose, and it's the type of people that they're going to want to win even more. So they're going to come out. I'm hoping they look good. I think within the first game, you'll kind of get the feel for what they're looking at.
Yep.
But real quick, 10 seconds left. Let's have ourselves a good event, fellas.
How many goals do you think they beat them by? Like 6 or 7?
Something like that. Yeah, somewhere in between that. Somewhere.
Wow.
One of the two.
Really?
5 teams remain in our bracket here, the gauntlet for who gets to go straight through to Boston and also secure an extra spot at future RLCS lands for the 2026 season for their region. Welcome back to Copenhagen. This is our desk. This is our fantastic place. Herc, how's the day been for you so far? It's been we got some kind of fast, spicy upset matches.
Yeah, honestly, everybody's bringing their A game today. It's exciting. It's seeing the regions mix on land without a crowd in a different setting is just, I don't know, it's so special. I feel like everybody's just been really excited today, and
I'm sorry, the redacted match
Oh my
just kind of
goodness.
set me up to be in a good mood for the rest of the night.
Cole, who did you have in Vitality versus Gen G?
Vitality versus Gen G, I had Vitality, but I certainly didn't have Redacted against Ninjas in Pajamas. I didn't have Redacted against Novo either, so Redacted have completely just blown through at the moment. Yeah, I thought that Novo would be able to suppress them. I was very wrong. I was very wrong there.
Last time we were in Copenhagen, a little team called the Gentlemates didn't get predicted by anyone and surprised everyone on their way to winning a major. So, you know, things have happened. The waters are spicy here in Copenhagen sometimes. Let's talk about the next matchup, though. We were just talking about Vitality and how much they absolutely dominated Gen G. They're going to try and do it again here as they take on the next best team in North America, Space Station Gaming.
Yeah, they sure are, man. And we just saw Vitality play earlier, and we talk about it. When Exotic is playing well, Vitality's a very tough team to beat, and he was balling out. Him and Stizzy had some creative plays. Think about that game number 2 where Exotic jumped up, backed up a little bit, faked out somebody from Genji, and Stizzy just came and tapped it in. Special plays like that with Zen doing what he does. I mean, he's just the best in the game in my estimation. When they're all on, well, when Exotic and Stizzy are on, to compliment Zen, who's always on. Vitality's a really hard team to beat. They're feeling confidence right now.
I think that's the thing. This guy's on is everybody else. Sorry, this guy's off is everybody else is on. Even when he's playing badly, he is still Zen. He is still capable of doing things that probably very, very few players are capable of. But all the question marks for that season now have been on this guy. And I love Turk, the way he played in that last series. He seems so confident, and he seems to be given a more free role as well compared to Stizzy, who is more defensive.
Yes, I feel like Exotic has always kind of been that, like, hey man, like, what are you doing? Like, you're good, but we're always have this weird question mark on him. And now that Stizzy's come in, it has kind of forced him into a little bit more of a solidified role. I keep wanting to know why he's throwing up the LA as like a European Spaniard. I need the answer.
Never question fashion as well. I mean, you can question fashion more than I can. I just give
like
up on wondering these things.
I don't know.
I mean, Los Angeles, originally a Spanish city.
You know what?
You know, it's just he understands. They're on the other side of things, though. Space Station left a little bit to be desired at the end of the North American run there. Getting almost perfect swept to the grand finals. They are looking to bounce back here against world champion caliber rosters.
Well, Wave, I don't know about you, but if I get almost perfect swept, that doesn't mean I left a little. I left a lot to be desired yesterday. SSG, a team that has been looking so good since the season has opened, into their first match on land yesterday. And then when they play Shot by Rebellion, I mean, they only scored, what, 1 goal? One goal in that series because, they were 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 2-1 or something, 3-1, something like that. And that was very surprising because they had played so confident, so fast, just to have that no-show of offensive display.
I wonder if maybe they underestimated Rebellion a little bit because, I mean, even on the desk beforehand, it was a bit of a pre-match SSG celebration. There was 75% of the viewers that predicted they were going to win. Everyone, apart from some guy whose name I can't remember, thought that Space Station Game were going to take it, and we were wrong, Herc. So maybe this time they go into it, you know, believing in their opponents a bit more, and that will help them.
I mean, but this is going to be an interesting moment for them because up until that point, they had only dropped 4 games, and then in that grand finals, they doubled the amount of games they had lost. That's a whiplash for you mentally to deal with.
Yes, and honestly, I talked about that. I believe I was on that particular cast. If not, I did make that exact comment that they were probably experiencing some whiplash. I heard Conic make a couple comments off to the side that he literally felt like he was getting thrown around. He didn't understand what had just happened, and it was just this huge reset lock, and they had to go back to.
And to be fair, they did beat Rebellion earlier on in season 2 weeks before the LAN began. Rebellion probably looked at the tape. They probably were ready for this specific matchup, knowing that there's no NRG. SSG, if you're a player on Rebellion or Rebellion's their whole entire organization, you're expecting to beat or play SSG in the grand final. They're probably very, very prepared for them.
Well, the question is, did they do the same thing here for Vitality? Did Vitality prepare for Space Station? Let us know who you think is going to win at home in the Progressive Fan Vote. Hashtag SSG for Space Station, VIT for Vitality. Make our predictions up here. Who's your pick here, Mr. Cole?
24 hours ago, I probably would have gone with Space Station Gaming, but after seeing Vitality play earlier and after seeing Space Station Gaming play yesterday, 100% Vitality for me. They're the team in better form.
I have the same reasoning. Zen also looks incredible. This is the most consistent we've seen him in a very long time. So it's really up to his teammates, but I do believe they're going to rise to the occasion.
Listen, I need Chief Beef up here. Can I get Chief Beef?
Oh,
Chief Beef!
I wondered if you'd do this again.
He's coming.
You don't need to do that.
Why are you wheeling him out?
Come on, man.
Humiliating him yesterday.
Listen, tell the people why SSG are going to win this series.
Oh, they've absolutely got this. Yesterday, that was a fluke.
What was
CJ might have gotten in their heads a little bit, but they've had a day to rest on it. And now they're back.
Now they're
better
back.
than ever.
So wait a second, what you're saying, Beef, is that yesterday they couldn't handle CJ, and now they're up against Zen. And you're like,
CJ,
right, that's all right.
Which one would be harder to take on, CJ or Zen?
I give it to CJ.
Okay.
The boys are feeling confident.
That's the announcers up here today.
You like SSG right here?
I do. I mean, I have to.
Listen, I love how you. Okay, well.
I feel like
You don't have to. Listen, that's good that you like SSG. I don't like them right here. Give me Vitality. I went LA. I went LA last time. Vitality. I'm going with the bees. Listen, you can have a good time with that, but the bees are going to take it.
Beef, I apologize for the disrespect done to you here by Mr. Bates.
We've got to let Beef do
You want
something. Take some agency.
it.
Oh, no.
You
Okay.
can, you can.
Come on, Beef.
Oh. It landed Vitality.
Folks notes as well.
Not even the coin wants to respect you. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming up here. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Wave's getting out of prediction, by the way. Wave, you got to pick as well.
You know, just so that we don't. Okay, every time the whole desk has cursed, has all gone one side, including the coin. He's not on the desk.
Oh, who brought it out here to insult the guy? I think you're on the
Give
desk.
me SSG. Come on. Somebody's got to support them. The 30% over here. I think it was a fluke situation. They went to bed. They got ready. They woke up. They said, yeah, all right, that was some pressure. And also, most importantly, this is not a grand finals, and we know that the pressure on grand finals is completely singular. So I do think that they have a very good chance here against them. It's hard for me to predict against Zen, though. This is not going to be a fun one for them at all. This is going to be quite the gauntlet. Can they get into it? Oh, I forgot. We're in the battle for the gold, folks. Which team has the best golden logo in Rocket League? We already knocked off Gen G. Now it's time to find out SSG or Vitality will be able to hold that title. And also, most importantly, we're going to dance with Carmine Core here in a moment. It's SSG versus Vitality to move on in the bracket.
Well, they handled Gen G with relative ease earlier on today here in their kickoff gauntlet. Now they face a team that was touted as the favorites coming into North America, Space Station Gaming. This is game one by progressive Stumpy Goblin, and I think it's going to be a little closer than the first time we saw Vitality.
Yeah, Space Station, they couldn't deliver domestically, even though we are here in Copenhagen. So they're looking to get it done when we look internationally, but my goodness, did Vitality look hot earlier on. When you look at the record between these two organizations, it's currently 4-1 in favor of Vitality. That goes all the way back to late 2019 with the DreamHack Pro Circuit. So these two have not played each other very often, but Vitality typically getting the better.
Great to see two orgs that have been here a long time in the RL Esports scene in the RLCS, and well, we'll just have to see. Chief Beef was a little concerned if they can really reset themselves. I do like that he thinks I could 1v1 Zen. I entirely agree with that statement as well. We'll see if they bounce back. Obviously, a 4-0 loss yesterday in the North American Open. One grand final shot for Rebellion, but they're back. I'll tell you what, they must have had a pretty good sleep.
First blood falling to reveal. It's a great setup from Diaz. He forces Zen to just track with him. Gets it past him, 50s with Exotic. And Avila's there for the follow-up. We've certainly waited to see what Diaz can do. He is that 1v1 demon when he wants to be, and 3v3 is just about starting to click now.
Fantastic start. You'd expect the Vitality to be hot. It's SSG. I don't know, they screamed in the warm-up room, but they are on song first 45 seconds.
That's a brilliant play from Diaz here. Force it into a horrible position for Stizzy. Takes that contact, sits still on the train tracks, and Diaz absolutely blasts through. 2 for SSG in 45.
We had a fantastic EU Open one and NA, but we've just been waiting for these international matchups all weekend here at the Kickoff Land live in Copenhagen. And finally, we're seeing some competition, and we're seeing North America really come to the party. If you're a European fan, there's only one person you can really point the finger at right now, and it's Johnny Boy. He has dead set cursed this region. They're not looking good at all.
Just above the crossbar, Stizzy has to wait, and the fact that he didn't go gives the Chronic an in. The door is held open, and SSG, they will stroll through.
It's just too easy. This is a team that perfect swept pretty much Gen G, aside from an own goal from Exotic. You're not going to give Rise the credit with that wall pinch, but 3-0, a minute 10, Vitality, they're the team that's meant to be warm. They played today. They've already played a best of 5. Clearly, it wasn't a good enough warm-up.
And SSG have just been sitting here waiting, seeing who they're going to be facing off against. So far, they'll be very happy. Reveal can get this one center. In fact, does not quite get there. And Diaz, that path of destruction is going to be continuing. Another demo in their favor. The central from Zen, high above the bar. Chronic will be tracking and stays cleverly behind it and pinches it away from Stizzy too. So far, a complete lack of control as Diaz sends another to the scrapyard.
Here's Exotic now, looking to control. Trying to find that 50. No one home here, though. And look at the pass plays coming through Space Station. So aggressive. Beautiful touch from Stizzy just to relieve a bit of pressure. Actually leaves Zen with a quick one-on-one. He's looking for that 50 middle, looking to buy a challenge to open up the space for Vitality, but time and time again, it is Space Station just first to the ball. It feels like there's more of them on the pitch right now.
Yeah. And right now, Vitality's style, where they want to swarm and be very awkward, is not working, but the speed finally works its way through. The assist is from Zen. Enough speed to take it away from Chronic, then the second right past Diaz's nose.
Just as I say, look how many players Space Station Gaming have on the pitch. There's no one home in net. Little cast a curse to get Vitality on the board. 2:53 left, still plenty of time. Just surprising that Vitality didn't look quite as ready in the first couple of minutes, considering they had already played. But here we go again, double 50 coming through, double save. Nice work. And
a big point for Vitality is how do Stizzy and Exotic end up playing together? They're two teammates that have only just come together right at the start of this season. And Exotic's definitely had those moments where we've not necessarily enjoyed his positioning too much, neither has his teammates. In the last game, it felt like they got it worked out. This one, that's not been the problem for them. So a good point for Vitality. They've just got a different issue at the moment.
Now, I saw someone on social media as well saying he just needs to bind directional air roll, and that'll fix all his problems. So if he needs any help, look there, that pitch just did. It's on the post, follow-up shot on net. Not quick enough. Space Station still showing how threatening that can be, even in the other end of the pitch. Vitality showing how threatening they can be, bumping them off the pitch, as that shot isn't even landing on net.
That's a clever pass there from Exotic. He forces the defender to jump. Unfortunately for him and for Vitality, there was no one there to get the rebound. Reveal, only man to it, pumps it back towards Vitality. Exotic with a catch, gets challenged. As he sends it towards Zen. Backboard down, no one will get contact until it lands midfield from Diaz on target. It's a long shot, and it's an accurate one. The sniper from Reveal.
Yeah, well, I guess they thought minute 45 wasn't enough time. They went for it. Stizzy getting dusted by your man Diaz in net, showing the defensive prowess. Reveal the cleanup, open net end-to-end, 4-1. Probably game one.
Yeah, I mean, 100 seconds with 3 goals. By no means impossible, but certainly a tall order. Zen from the backboard wants to try and make a little bit of magic happen here. Does challenge with Diaz. We've seen the 50s going pretty much in favor of Space Station every time, with the odd exception. And then there's the last man there. Gets dusted by Diaz again, and I appreciate Vitality need to send it, but you can be more measured in your response. These demos will be opening up SSG's backside.
Yeah, well, they definitely do have to send it, because it is only a best of 5 as well. There's not really the one-game warm-up in a BO5. And it certainly helped Redacted in the previous series, just looking fantastic. Don't have to worry about those Game 4 woes that I saw last season. Here we go, minute left, still need 3, still time on the clock, but Space Station just keeping the ball out of harm's way, keeping the ball in this blue half would be absolutely luxurious for them right now, but Reveal just wants to pass it backwards. He might have assisted a second goal. He's just creaked that door open.
And you know what? Initially, I actually didn't hate this touch from Reveal. The issue is that Chronic isn't there to then get that clear away. It's not Chronic's fault. He doesn't anticipate it. But Reveal needs to know that Chronic is behind him to take it away. He gets it from Vitality, but then just gives it straight back to him. If anything, caught it too well.
I suppose any touch is good if your teammate's there, but unfortunately, there was just
depends who your teammate is, mate.
No one there. If only. It's 45 seconds. Can Vitality? It looks like they've woken up. There's one more chance. Another one-on-one. 50. Beautiful save from Diaz. Second time we've seen him come up clutch.
And that was also Zen shooting low. The play that he should have gone for sure, because Diaz went for the in and out save. He's going to be positioned high in the net. In the end, it's lovely from Diaz. Keeps their lead. Zen cross top target. Chronic to clear, and Chronic for me was the man yesterday and is continuing that trend right now. Diaz, long shot, opposite side, guide a roam. It's 5 for SSG.
Yeah, Diaz just on one in net. He has sat there, 20 boost, 30 boost, no boost. Doesn't matter for this man, for the Brazilian, looking fantastic. 5 goals against Vitality in game 1. You're taking that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Luckily enough, today's Sunday.
Oh, hopefully for them, they can be taking it twice. That'd put them just one game off from facing against Carmine Corp in our semi-finals. But game 1, very clearly going in favor of the fellas that have not yet played. And I sort of erred towards talking about Chronic earlier on. I was absolutely enamored with his gameplay yesterday. He got one of the top plays with that corner read. His backboard defense in particular was something that I feel like we sort of rarely see players always go backboard and always clear it into these great positions. Yes, they will do it frequently, but to be in such a position with speed at the exact right time as well, so you don't just hit it back awkwardly into your midfield. Chronic was outstanding defensively.
Feels like he's been on a bit of a revenge tour from leaving the First Killer LJ Ultimates roster of RLCS 2025 of last season a few months ago. And since then, he's grown in confidence. He's flourishing as the experienced player, the most experienced on the international RLCS 3v3 stage for Space Station. But yeah, what a start. Wowee, 5-2. And I love the fact that Vitality came back into the game and Space Station went again and closed it out.
Yeah, they didn't just take it to the corner and decide it's time waste. They made sure that they were continuing to be that awkward couple of plays, and knowing Vitality have to full send it. CJ, you are on your tiptoes.
I'm not. I am.
We're not doing that.
We're not this much. This looks ridiculous. It's the camera. Well, I don't know what this camera is. Some weird lens. I think this is weird. No, there's no way. That's not what we look. What? You're not that tall. Forget about the series. Can we just bring us back on? No, there's something wrong with the camera. There is something wrong with that camera. I'm 6 foot. 5'11",
You're
but
5'11".
I'm 6 foot in the Southern Hemisphere.
You're 6 foot on social media,
5'11" is progressive. That's what I say. Shout out to our sponsor for the RLCS.
This is not game one.
But it's not game one, but I've got another plug here. Here we go, Zen. Nice little fake. See if Vitality can get themselves back into it. No timeout needed. No one on the backboard, though, for Space Station. Luckily enough, your boy, Chronic, he finds himself up there once again.
Genuinely, he hangs himself like a painting on the backboard. He's just always there. He's waiting. He's reliable. Reveal actually beats two, but I don't think he quite expected to. Zen to the ceiling. Tries to go quick with it. Fakes out the reset, but is red. Sizzy gets revenge on Reveal. Gets rid of him. Kind of the full court air dribble, goes over towards Exotic in the corner. Sizzy to pick up, only 40 boost. Sees Zen, the one touch, the two touch, the bump is on, the shot is not.
Let's see if Vitality can grow a leg in game two, and if they do, let me know where to find one. So I wouldn't mind being a little bit taller based on standing next to stuff. Is that it, Charlie? It's just post, crossbar, ding dong ding, no, not even off the bus, there it is again. Oh my God, it's just like we've got the custom crossbar sounds. I'm watching a team stream on a Friday. Minute 10 in, Vitality cannot find the back of the net.
Devastating noise if you're a Vitality fan. All of them dented. And Space Station's ego is not. They keep it level. Look at these demos. Stizzy with a double, the low challenge. Exotic can't get it on target. Stizzy then flies in. This defense from SSG is stoic.
This is ridiculous. Space Station Gaming just keeping the scores level. Here is Reveal. Just take some time out of. I like this play from him. Just saw the space and said we need to just settle down. Vitality have had all the pressure. First minute 45 of game two. Nice demo though. We'll open it up. Here is Zan, uses the flare. He rips it on net. It's just too powerful.
Even if you know he's about to musty this, it's so hard to read. He can angle and take it to a top corner. Instead he goes heart of the net. Diaz gets a touch. Credit to him. He has to dive within 0.1 of a second of Zen making contact. And Vitality, they earn themselves a lead.
I just love when Zen gets a reset early in the air dribble, and then he just looks at the opponent and says, where do you want it? And waits for the challenge, waits for the commit. And in the end, just too much time to set up that musty flick. Huge play from Zen. First goal is exactly what they need. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Here is Diaz, just popping it up. Man who has scored the only goal this game too, trying to clear the ball, but Space Station, I still like they don't seem too bothered when they are conceded upon and trying to get to work here.
A very proactive team of Space Station Gaming. We saw it at the end of the first one. They were making sure that they continue to attack no matter what ended up befalling their defense. Instead of that with 100, but a very quick challenge from Reveal, and look at how closely positioned Diaz this shadow is.
Reset, Stizzy over the top actually instead. Diaz has 100 boost. We want to try and get back to this. Zen goes early just to avoid the bump. And he get himself with the last man. He gets around everyone. 1v2, doing everything. And that's his second.
Looking a little bit like older Vitality here. Not initial Vitality, but the resets take it below one. Then into the bottom corner. Beats out two players. And I do want to see Stizzy and Exotic getting more involved, because that's when Vitality really peak.
And this is the problem. Every now and then when you're playing Vitality, you just get a Zen legacy game. We're seeing it right here. 2 individual goals from this man. He's looking for more. Reset. He's just got a bit of aura about him at the moment. Space Station floundering in defense when he's on the ball. Diaz is able to fake one. Here is Zen. Can he find a pass? Has a 50 left. He knows Exotic's there. He doesn't find the boost though. Beautiful touch from Stizzy, just keeping the pace up, keeping Space Station pinned with a minute 45 on the clock.
And this 2-minute mark now and 100 seconds remaining towards that right-hand wall. Zen skims it, reckons he's talk. No, thank you, says SSG, and they will be defending it away. But Stizzy, the instant dive in, Chronic intelligently back central, and it really is, again, wonderful defense. Aggressive play, in fact, towards the other side of the pitch.
Here is Diaz. Oh, there's some nice bumps. Beautiful fake from him as well as Stizzy had to reach for that one. Did well to the reset. Still low boost. Zen wanted in. So did Reveal. Two members of Vitality in the corner. It looks awkward. They're not quite set up for this play. Zen just keeping it close, keeping it slow with a minute left. Just need to kill time now, not overcommit. I'd like to see some demos come through for Space Station here.
You need to break this wall at the back with only 60 seconds remaining. We're seeing Vitality start to galvanize somewhat. They're looking a lot stronger than they did previously. Nicely central, and Reveal is going to be diving in. Exotic with no boost and a miss. Space Station, unfortunately for them, they do not take that signal as a chance for them to move in play.
Here we go. Oh, what a shot from Reveal! A timely one as well, 40 seconds left. It was just off the bar. The ceiling created an angle, just pinned Vitality off the bar. You can see Stizzy going back as well out of position. Top left, open. Beautiful.
126 kilometers an hour off the corner of his car. Just at the 12-yard box. Wonderful play. 30 seconds now. Stizzy wants to keep Vitality in this. Space Station Gaming need that one more. A long launch from Reveals, then with great contact and great catch. But you see the pressure now starting to build. The Space Station Gaming see their time ticking away.
Yeah, only 20 seconds. In the wrong end too. Here is Reveal. Zen challenging. Just wants to keep Space Station pinned. Off the ceiling with a nice pitch as Diaz back in time. He is, but he has no boost. He has lost the ball. Reveal. Rips it up. Reset. He's gone low. One last chance for Space Station. Stizzy just shuts the door on that and throws it on net. Has missed. Hang on. Wait a second. Diaz beats one. Chronic's underneath. The pop down's enough. Vitality tied up.
It's a delicate little touch. It was a good attempt at a doink towards the death of that game. And Vitality level it back up. But CJ a lot closer than the absolute shellacking the Space Station gave Vitality in game number 1.
That was much better. Much better for Vitality, and sometimes you just need, as I mentioned, a Zen legacy game. He just took that game 2 by the scruff of its neck. 2 goals to him and an MVP performance. 2 saves as well. The only goals and the only saves on the team unassisted, as you can see on the scoreboard right there.
Yeah, I think Space Station Gaming, they had, again, a similar play style. It just didn't quite break through Vitality as much as they would have wanted compared to that first game. But as I was just saying, it felt like it was more Zen doing Zen stuff, which is when they do end up not getting their best results. I need to see more from Exotic and Stizzy. I don't like the no assists.
You'd think he can't do it 2, 3 games in a row even, but it is a best of 5. But I do believe that we have Zen's #1 fan, his #1 supporter, and our special comments expert joining alongside us right now, just to tell us how good Zen is.
Hello, mate.
Listen, fellas, I just want to let y'all know there's a difference between 6 foot and 5'11".
Bates is under between us the entire time, by the way.
What's 5'2" then? What, is that good?
I think it's about there, mate.
No, this is way too well. Listen, fellas, listen, I just want to serve up for all the short kings in the world.
Get out of here. You got any special comments? You done? You nothing? Nothing from you?
I'm out of here.
Okay, that's it.
Nice of you to join us, mate. See you in a bit.
Not too happy with Zen's game 2. Wants to see Space Station back on top. Wants Johnny Boy to keep gloating about EU, to give some bad luck to the Europeans. There's a shot off the rip. Game 3, not to be. 10 seconds in. I like the pass, though. Out of transition from Space Station. Just getting squandered, getting shut down too early.
Oh, great play, though, from Diaz. Caesar ends up diving in, but Diaz really made that horrible for Vitality. Bumping off the backboard and a complete miss. Zen shoots it straight into the flying defender who just needed to get a body in the way.
Nice block coming through. Stizzy, top right. It's not on. That crossbar has just, geez, it's had a workout. Here's Zen. Back corner. Has had his boost stolen. Like the play from Space Station. They're just trying to bait them in a little bit defensively. Which can get to work.
Yeah, perfect example of that as well. Slowing down the play. Just right now, they're not really able to work out of their own half. but I like the idea to try and control the pace of this game. Vitality, they want to play fast and rapid. They want to bamboozle you. Good pinch towards the ceiling. It took Vitality a second to get there, but they do become the benefactors of this ball. Chronic completely dusts Exotic to that one, but doesn't really do too much with it. And Zen can continue on the warpath.
This feels a little harder right now for Space Station to play the game they want to play when the passes are coming off the bar. What a pop! Coming through was that reveal underneath. Here is Zen. Reset. One more. He's dropping it down. They're looking for the close passes. They're playing so high up, but it's left them completely wide open down the other end. What are you doing, Vitality?
It's that full court dribble from Diaz in the corner. Stizzy is so far up. It can work if you have the ability to get back quickly. And he absolutely did not. Brilliant play. The outpace from that one man. And 1 minute 30, an SSG lead. This is how game one started, and they scored 5 more.
That's shades of ninjas in pajamas from the last game. They're frustrated, they're overcommitting, they're just sitting too high, and perhaps thinking they should be winning this. They're the better team, Vitality, at least in their own minds. You can see that with Stizzy. He's just way too aggressive. He wasn't respecting the defense of Space Station Gaming, which so far, at least in game one in particular, was absolutely fantastic. And I've cursed him again because they've given him a freebie.
I think both teams have pushed up so far that if you can get a convincing play on target, and if your third man just has a little dive in, then you may well find yourselves 1 goal the better. Exotic. It's good vision from here, and just 30 seconds later, you got your head in your hands. What happened?
It's just got to be frustrating for XP. You get a free goal from Vitality, as it looks like we're going to get a pause here. Diaz is not moving, unless it's a new strategy I haven't seen yet. We do
the AF kickoff?
AF kickoff wouldn't be bad, but, well, we haven't seen that in a while since the GK boys decided to do it.
I mean, this is going to be a nice little free timeout. Vitality here, going completely level. But I do think Vitality need it more, you know.
It's a tough one here because that one win for Vitality was Zen Ball. And then Space Station Gaming's win, it looked like they were playing the team year game. They played the defense, they prioritised that, but yeah, now we get a chance to reset. 2 freebies for either side here. 1-1, still 3 minutes left here when we do restart in game 3. Just time for the coaches to settle things down a little bit. It's a bit hectic. It's not clean from either side.
Yeah, it's a good chance to have a chat, and I think that Vitality, they will welcome it maybe a little bit more than Space Station Gaming, despite the fact that Vitality won that last game. I think SSG do have more of a grip on this one. They just, I think, quite lazily let that 1 goal go when they had too hard of a commit in the Vitality half. Just making sure that all players are happy and connected before we get back into this, so we can make sure that we are playing as much Rocket League today as we possibly can.
Yeah, more rock is great rock. We're having a good time, which is the main thing, and I think we've got another special. Do we have another special comments coming in soon? Maybe. I think
special comments.
I think we have some special experts coming in, but I think we're getting back into game. Are we? Oh,
we
no,
are.
we're getting straight back into game. I'll tell you what, the caster booth is filling up. People want to get involved, so we'll see if we can.
People are hanging out over here. It's great.
I'm pretty sure T-Base wants to let us know how good Zen is again, so we'll have to get him back in. That'll be good to see, but here we go. Resuming game 3. 3 minutes left. 1-1. 2 open nets, 2 end-to-end open nets.
I think also we're going to be seeing that with both of these teams, I think that the coach talk won't be particularly revolutionary. It will just be, boys, let's just settle. Let's get back to where we were. Let's not change the game by any means. Let's just be us. But it's a nice reminder mid-game.
Stizzy does have low boost. If you want to reset, he might have faked him out. Diaz underneath does well. Reinforces the Space Station defense. Nice double from Chronic. Can you find one more if he can get a bump as well? Zen realizes the danger, helps out.
Yeah, Stizzy, he jumps, sees the Chronic's diving across, and Zen calls him off and himself onto the ball. I love that play. Great heads up from the man. Chronic is going to be getting the pass midfield, straight to Diaz, straight to the top corner.
You can see the pop-off in the player cams as well. It's beautiful. He faked the extra touch. And instead of Diaz waiting for the pass, he just joined him. He met him at the drop zone of the ball, completely faking him out. He can see that looking across the Chronic. The chemistry's there from the new team.
The chemistry is wonderful with Space Station Gaming right now. This time, the other way around. Diaz gets the initial kickoff, ends up going just past it to lose it to the back left position, and Chronic with an incredibly close, trusted cheat. 2 goals clear now for SSG.
I'm now wondering whether Diaz was hyping up Chronic or planning the kickoff strat for that very kickoff. 2 goals assisted for the new duo, the dynamic duo of Space Station Chronic Diaz. Reveal able to just lock it down the other end, but can they lock it down when Zen has a free backboard? Doesn't get the drop. It's a beautiful clearance instead, and it's wide open. Vitality do not have a defense.
Who was the third man that dived in here? Because Zen fakes it out. Stizzy is, regardless of the bump, he's too far up.
He's way too far up.
Reveal scores Stizzy in his own net, and then it's just a nice little dribble down the other end for Diaz. That was, again, frankly, horrible positioning from Stizzy.
It's hard to hit the ball into the net when you're already in the net yourself, which is, I think, something he's got to figure out.
He's not got the plunger power up. He can't pull it in after him.
Oh, that's 5! It's game one, rinse and repeat.
It has been 3 goals back-to-back-to-back off these kickoffs. The Chronic Diaz duo looking like Stizzy and Exotic from yesterday out there.
They are way too aggressive here, and Space Station know they're going to bite, they're going to challenge. So throw the ball off the sidewall, beat them with pace yourself. You know where the ball's going. They can dictate the game right now. Reveal, can he find one more? He's going to fake it instead. Stizzy up top, but there's 4 goals, 90 seconds. Vitality, they don't look good at all.
Yeah, we thought earlier on there was a minute and a half. They had to bring back 3. They got 1 more to beat from the full map ball. Zen wanting to Diaz on Diaz. And of course, is unable to. The defense from Space Station Gaming still looking sensational. Exotic with a breach of opposite corner. And with 3 defenders, you are not squeezing it through.
Yeah, we pumped up Diaz and Chronic. That was Reveal flying across net, just getting the redirect, hitting it to the corner, into safety. Chronic with space. See even Zen here going for a pre-jump. They're playing some tilted Rocket League right now, Vitality. They're not looking good. The boys on Space Station have got them absolutely covered right now. 50 seconds left. Still 4 goals. Reveal wants 1 more.
And where was this Space Station Gaming yesterday in the Grand Finals? This is incredible game of Rocket League. Space Station Gaming absolutely leading the charge. Exotic gets rid of Chronic, and you know what, mate? It doesn't matter, because Diaz is still on the pitch.
Yeah, I think that there's one guy on the pitch that would like a Brazil more than anyone else. It's the Brazilian himself. 39 seconds left, 1 more required. They are making Vitality look second-rate right here, Stumpy Goblin.
I mean, game 1 Vitality did go down by quite a wide margin of goals. They scored 2 more than they have in this game. And then they managed to bring it back in a tight game 2. This is a return to form from SSG. Really extraordinary. 30 seconds, the Brazil is on! And who else to score it but Diaz?
It's party time for North America. T-Bates is just giggling next to me right now. Space Station have Team Vitality Brazil on Champ Sunday.
It's Brazil squared. And Space Station Gaming have this game squared away. 2-1 in the series. 1 more, and they move through for the honor of playing against Carmine Corp.
This is ridiculous. Simply ridiculous. Vitality have lost their heads. And Space Station look like they've got 2 each. They've doubled their brains, they've doubled the IQ. They're looking fantastic. 10 seconds, maybe 1 more. So I mentioned party time. It's not series over for sure, and we know that Vitality can come back. We know the caliber of player they have on that team. But this is looking off. This is a North American day, if I've ever seen one.
And I think earlier on, T-Base said it very well on the pre-show. Doesn't matter how you do in the days leading up to it, it depends on how you play on Championship Sunday. And Space Station Gaming are playing real game of rock here. Vitality getting absolutely shellacked, and Stizzy leaning back, thinking, what on earth do we do?
And Diaz has just scored 6 goals to his name against Vitality. He scored a double hat-trick on Zen, Exotic, and Stizzy. Have a look at the score. He's nearly dropped 1K in regulation.
We've been 6 out of 6, by the way.
We've been
100%
asking
shooting
for Diaz to step up. We've been asking to see that 1v1 form. We know he's a superstar in that format, and he has arrived on the 3v3 stage.
Bonkers play from him, supported very nicely by Chronic. He got 4 assists himself. You'll see them in this game. 5 out of 6 goals assisted, then Diaz doing 1 on his own. Brilliant play. Overall, Space Station Gaming looking nigh unbeatable, but 1 more to go. Vitality, as you said, CJ, they've fought back once. Can they do it again, as the timeout has been called?
Some teams, when you're looking in the off-season, you're looking at roster moves, you go for the experience, you go for the veterancy, whereas Space Station, they went for potential. They pick up Diaz, they know what they could get from him, and they know what he could possibly bring if he puts it together in the 3v3. Reveal We saw glimpses last season. We know that he's one of the rising stars of North America. Chronic looks like he's just been freed up as the veteran now on his own team in his own right, and Xperia must be having so much fun working with this crop.
Oh, I can imagine. It must be so satisfying looking at your team from one day saying, this is what we need to change. Let's do this, this, this. And then the next day you come out and absolutely batter Vitality out the park. It must be the days that you live for as a coach. On the other side of things, though, Vitality, that is a lot of words that need to be had with the team. It's going to be a little bit more than just let's play our game, boys, because that game right now is not working.
I can just sense so much excitement amongst the North American region, and so much excitement that all of these North American casters and talent want to join us here in the caster booth.
I promise you, I'm not on a box, and the Herb does not have heels on.
How tall are you? Are you 9'1"? This is ridiculous. What is going?
It's just, everyone's coming over and hanging out during this series that is quite frankly a belter. We move to the Coliseum. One more for SSG and Vitality. They need to buck their ideas up.
Well, how do you stop this? You've just been Braziled against the kids, against the confidence, the boys that, if they do get confident, look unbeatable. We know their top form is near the best form of RLCS 2026 so far. How does Vitality respond?
We've seen a couple of chances though for Vitality where they set their teammates up. That's one that's going to be on target, but Chronic can just about work his way home. And there's been a couple of setup chances, and that third man hasn't quite come in unless it's Stizzy. On the off chance that he does, he moves a little bit too far forward on plays that he shouldn't do. It's a hard balance to get. Stizzy leaves it for Exotic, who just gives that control back, and two weight on the backboard. I'm sorry, fellas, you are not going to get goals from the backboard. They have got it covered.
Here's Exotic, gets one, gets two, finds the bump, but Reveal gets a touch. All important into the corner. And look at this, you can still see Vitality biting on challenges. They're playing Angry Rocket League, it looks at the moment. They don't want to be baited in by this Space Station Gaming team, but time and time again, they're winning out in these little mental battles.
I mean, the pressure they've got so far doesn't matter. It all comes to naught as Chronic, goal one, manages to ground pinch it past two.
And Exotic just passed it to him in the corner. He rolled the ball up the wall for him and said, you can have it if you want. Chronic said, thank you very much. Oh, 1v3 off the ceiling. Ground pinch bottom right. Goodness me, Space Station. They are looking better than ever, and their better has been pretty good.
And there is a good amount of pressure coming from Vitality too. It must be frustrating to not have it pay off. And it's post into post again. The crossbar was teased. It was not satisfied. Vitality, bring it back.
They needed that. If Zen couldn't find the back of the net, if they couldn't close out this opportunity, that could have been game over instead. Plenty of time. They tie it up, give themselves a look back into the series.
We've seen this before. Vitality did this in the previous game. It's a nice kickoff. Zen has ball and boost. And then Space Station and Diaz, who scored 6 more goals. So they need that not to happen again. If you're a Vitality fan, a demo from Zen gets rid of 1. Pass 2, Exotic, top corner, no contact made.
Now, let's see what happened here. I mean, Exotic just got a little bit of space to work with, and Chronic going up the back wall gets completely removed. They trusted his touch. They trusted the defense. We need to see more of that from Vitality. The problem is, previously, Stumpy, it's been their third man being on the back wall looking for a bump. They need to just commit the top 2.
These demos now, they're going to be ever more important. It's Vitality, if they can make it into these 2v3s, they'll feel a lot more comfortable. Space Station feel like they're everywhere right now. At the back, Stizzy wants to threaten to make a touch, but Zen fancied it all himself. Zen was absolutely the better play there. The carry finds it towards the left-hand wall. A bump again from Zen. Physicality certainly being the story in the Coliseum.
Here is Chronic. He's actually going to leave it for Diaz, who just pops it up. Won't trouble Vitality's defense too much. Zen leaves it for Stizzy. As now Chronic dodges the bump, gets it over the top of Zen, finds a touch backwards. The extra is huge for Exotic. The demo will help out as well. Vitality got to play a bit of roundabout defense at the moment. Up one end, down the other. Oh, maybe a touch, no. Stands right there. Exotic off the wall, just manages to find his way up.
And there's been 4 games so far, and Space Station Gaming have doubled the amount of goals that Vitality do. It is 7 for Vitality and 4 to G.
Now, we have seen this before, though. We have seen Space Station put in 2 of the most dominant games against Vitality at EWC and then lose the series, even though they scored 100 more goals than them. So If you're a Space Station fan, you want to see a repeat. That was open. How did Zen not realise? Oh, yeah, he looked so open. It looked like it was missing. There's still a chance, perhaps not to be. Diaz walks his way out, and Chronic's finding a bump with the reset. He's got over the top of Zen. It's off the backboard. Nobody's there!
Getting that convincing lead, and Diaz shuts down Exotic, sends him groundward, and Reveal can follow up.
We were watching that. We looked at each other at Zen, because he's not got that off the backboard, but seemed like the only person that didn't realise was Zen. And we've got to get another pause here. Controllers down.
I'm confident that one won't count, but we're going to have to see what the admins have to say about it. Space Station Gaming, they did down controllers before they even started that kickoff, realistically. Vitality, they had that chance. This is now, I think, to be honest, a bit of a horrible time for a pause to come in, because you're thinking, you've now got time to mull over it, and you think, ooh,
yeah,
that miss did happen. I really should have scored that. I thought that backboard miss was coming. I thought Zen's in a great position, and he just moves past it.
Yeah, well, and if I'm Vitality, I'm not thinking about that. I'm still thinking about the fact that I just got Braziled, and Diaz just scored 6 goals on my head in a game of Rocket League. So hang on a second, we got the beef.
Hello.
We got the beef doing a push-ups record or something in behind. Everything's happening in the studio land. That's what we love here in Copenhagen Live. Flying out 12 teams, getting some creators as well.
Shout out the creators, by the way. They've been at those stations the entire time. They just sit there, they chill, they hang out, their streams are popping off. Big shout out to Tryhouse, Coconut, and Big Man Chief Beef.
Killing the game. So let's see if can we get Beef back on the screen and just keep making him do push-ups?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Like the squat man. Can we get the push-up man?
God, push-ups are so much harder.
Yeah, well, that'd be funny. It's not
It
us,
would
so
be
we
funny,
can
yeah,
tell him to do it. But getting back into this one,
we are the men on the mic.
we can just say whatever we want up. Well, actually, not whatever we want.
No.
Or
Let's not go down that road.
This would be a very short weekend if we did. But look, we've got a couple of minutes left when we do reset into this game, and obviously the goal that we did see right at the end will not count, given
rightfully
that nobody was playing, and they decided to just score it anyway. So it is 2-2. We'll be rolling back to 150. And as you said, there was a little mini timeout for Vitality, but it's whether they're using it as a positive or they're still mulling over missed opportunities and the fact that this series isn't going the way that they'd really have hoped.
This is quite interesting that Space Station come into game 1, thrash them. You know, they end up scoring 5 goals. Game 2, Vitality squeak a win, 2-1. Next game, they get Braziled. 7 goals sneak past Vitality.
I feel like that came out of nowhere, that one.
And now all of a sudden, we're just back to another even game. It's one of those weird series where it's like, oh yeah, obviously Space Station will win. Will they? Yeah, okay, obviously they'll win. Well...
and it's only Reveal who is a member of Space Station from last season, but there's something about this Space Station team or the name or the organisation that these kind of funny series happen, and they do tend to happen against Team Vitality as well.
Quite an extended break here. Make sure that, as ever, they're all happy. In the SSG, they need to take these positives, and they need to keep playing this style of game where they almost lure Vitality in, let them jump on the ball, take those 50s, and then score the open S down the other end, because they are tilting to concede. We head back into game. Vitality 2, Space Station 2, 1 minute 50 to play. SSG on the cusp of a semi-final.
The best of 5 could absolutely be working in Space Station's favour. Vitality needs to get to work. No second chances off the kickoff, off the rim. Almost, if that was in, Exotic decided to set up camp in there to set it to 1v2, a 2v1. The bump lands, but Exotic's missed the shot, and the follow-up is just wedged off the bar. Vitality getting chances, squandering all of them.
I'm sorry? I don't know why Exotic doesn't just hit that on target. That's a goal. Zen's bumping. Just go on target. That's a tilter. Zen now wants to do it all himself. That's straight down. Who's Zen next? Chronic on the backboard, as I said, the man to be there. Diaz dives in front of net. The defense from SSG stays
Beautiful
solid.
save. Look at this on the counter-attack. Reveal as a reset. He just baits Exotic in. Zen has 0 boost. They're stealing hundreds. Space Station with a chance to capitalise, perhaps. Look at the low boost coming in. They're trying to play slow. It was only Stizzy with boost, and he got demoed. It's now Chronic looking to control in the corner. Vitality keeping up this aggression. It hasn't quite worked so far, but they think it will eventually.
Yeah, wanted the second touch there, did Zen. Wasn't able to get it. In the middle, Stizzy committing, not quite as far as maybe he wanted to. Attempted a skim on target. 40 seconds now, ticking down, revealing to his own back corner. A bump, a chance, a fake. Zen leaves it for Stizzy, who is not present.
There's just no communication. He could have gone for the shot himself, would have been tougher, but it is Zen after all. Was low boost, but Stizzy, for the first time this whole series, Stumpy, wasn't in Space Station Gaming's net. Wasn't crept up, wasn't pushed up. Still a chance, still perhaps a shot. Reveal throws himself at it. Diaz right there. Reveal actually gets two. Space Station hanging on, but it's only by a thread for now.
SSG completely shutting down every chance Vitality find. Chronic with one chance central, goes up high for Diaz. In the back corner, Sizz now needs to time waste. Then he wants to keep it up, he does. He's got ambitions, and Chronic shuts them down. Overtime, SSG, one more goal, and a date with KC is on the cards.
This could completely break Vitalities. There's the shot. Diaz will be back. He looked calmer than perhaps I was in that situation. Throws it across. Zen is leaning. He goes back corner, but he doesn't have the support right now. There's the shot, double save, huge 50 coming through from Stizzy. They don't look comfortable at all, no. Vitality. They don't look like the experienced team that we should see, and they're all over each other.
They don't look comfortable on defense, they don't look comfortable on offense, they barely look comfortable in their chairs. SSG, this is their chance to strike. Do not let Vitality back into this series.
Here's Chronic, leaves it for Diaz. The 6-goal man, the double hat-trick man from Game 3. Reveal now on the ball. Can he get two? 50 with Zen. Stizzy underneath the slow play. Actually works. He dodges the bump. Can he get two on it? He goes to the reset, throws it on. Not to be in a huge save. Chronic just keeps it out. Pops off the post. Allows Diaz to clear downfield.
Stizzy's going to be the man. Rather Exotic, in fact, is going to be taking the time to clear that ball away, only as far as Reveal. Exotic nearly bumped out the ways, then with a lot of boost in, and Diaz misses. If he can get it on target, the bump is successful! And somehow so is the save! And then Diaz, full court, gets shut down by Exotic. Reveal's chance, bottom corner, Exotic again!
He's nearly soloed, just completely defense to offense. Here he is again, Diaz, nobody to the crossbar. Stizzy has to jump, has to get the touch, goes to get himself.
Solo.
Counterattack, reset, blocked out, reinforcement, Space Station. It is pandemonium on Utopia.
Zen calls Exotic off, then misses it himself. Ends up going high, tries to do something with this ball. Finally, Vitality have some pressure. Exotic challenging, Chronic has nothing, so another player ends up diving in, Reveal a pinch. Zen one to beat. He doesn't manage to do so. Stizzy doesn't manage to do anything with it either. Vitality, they continue to be uncomfortable. No one's there until Zen.
Stizzy and Exotic just cannot hit the ball. Zen to the corner. He's got no boost. It's Chronic with 30 himself. Post!
There it is!
3-1 SSG! It's a drubbing!
Finally, SSG show their ceiling. They show what they're capable of. And Vitality, they do not look comfortable in any aspect of that game. And SSG take full advantage.
Our first chance to get a real look at this new Vitality lineup. Stizzy in. And they've absolutely collapsed against Space Station Gaming, who got 4-0'd yesterday. They've bounced back. They must have slept real well last night, because they've rocked up with their first series here in the kickoff gauntlet to potentially auto-qualify to the Boston Major, and have started with an impressive 3-1, as good as it gets.
16 goals in favor of SSG there. Slipped past the defense of Vitality. As you said, an absolute drubbing from the North Americans. A brilliant performance. They couldn't do it domestically. Internationally, they find themselves thriving.
In a tournament, in a season where we just kept speaking about the EU depth coming into this kickoff land, to this kickoff gauntlet. 6 teams from North America, 6 teams from Europe. We didn't expect this at all from NA, and there's one man, I'm looking at T-Bates right now. If we got him back on camera, I think he's grown 3 foot. He might be taller than you, Stumpy. He's a proud father of the North American region, T-Bates.
His heart has grown 3 sizes this day. And the only hope for Europe is Carmine Corp. They'll be playing against this Space Station Gaming. The other side is a full NA showdown.
It feels like a reverse of worlds where NRG were NA's only hope. Now EU only have one only hope. This is ridiculous. We got an interview with Leafex on the floor. Space Station Gaming, welcome.
I think we're seeing the Space Station Gaming that everyone else was talking about, because Chronic, you guys are looking good.
definitely feeling better than yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to bring that up, so I'm glad you moved us there. Obviously not the matchup you wanted in the grand finals yesterday. Shopify Rebellion kind of had your number, and people were questioning what went on there, so maybe you can give us some insight.
We've been feeling super incredible this whole tournament, and I think we've been playing our play style really well and all been playing individually really well. And we started that game one pretty slow. I missed a few pretty easy chances, and it kind of just spiraled from there. We lost a lot of confidence and just like didn't play the play style that we've been playing this whole time.
Right.
So it turned out to be a pretty bad series on our part.
I feel like that's easy, though, to kind of get in your own head and let that continue into the next days. Do you get worried that that's going to follow you to the next day, and how do you reset?
Usually, yeah, but we went back to our practice room after the loss yesterday, had a really long talk, and it was really productive, and we just know that if we play really well, there's not many teams in the world who can beat us, so stay confident.
And you guys are making a point of that right now. For you, it felt like a nice, smooth series. You just let Diaz do everything?
Yeah, he was incredible. I think he dropped almost 1,000 points in game 3 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I think he had 6 of the goals in there too. Oh, that was nuts. But of course, the whole team is looking good. You can't just win with one player, especially against a team like Vitality. Now that you've seen them, I heard you're doing good in scrims. How do you feel about the European region in whole and your confidence against them? Because K-Corp is going to be up next.
I think K-Corp's the one team we haven't scrimmed yet at this land, so I'm curious to see how that'll go, but we're pretty confident against any team in the world right now.
Oh,
so.
You said confident. I was going to say, are you nervous, though? Because, those are still the big bads usually, right?
I mean, I'm always a little bit nervous for series, but that's what makes it fun, so.
Hey, no, that's good. I guess overall to the SSG fans and the watch party, I mean, you're keeping Chief Beef on edge over there. He was doing push-ups for you at one point. Let them know that we're confident. Say it to their face, you are confident you're going the distance.
Chief Beef, we're confident we're going the distance.
There it is. Good luck in your future matches,
Thank
man.
you, I appreciate it.
Space Station Gaming, proving everyone on the desk except for me wrong and advancing to face off against Karmine Corp in the semifinals. There's three
Okay, second time.
North American teams in the top 4 there. The fact that the one European team is Karmine Corp, though, is kind of scary.
I thought that the North American regional was yesterday. This is turning into the exact same thing. You guys are absolutely dominating Europe at the moment, and Space Station Gaming, as a team, we're pretty good, but individually, the guy on the ball right now, Herc, what a performance from Diaz.
Oh my gosh, Diaz came in with a vengeance. He looked so good individually. Once the Brazil came through, you kind of just felt it in the air that it was just going to continue to go their way. Space Station are so connected right now on everything that they were putting out onto the field. I look forward to them potentially having a harder challenge.
Potentially having a hard time there. They might just beat them up. I mean, we've seen some incredible individual displays of brilliance today so far from some of these North Americans. Diaz is playing in North America, but he's a South American. He's a Brazilian. He balled out. 6 goals in game 3.
Double hat trick.
Double hat. Zen did his thing in game number 2, and Stumpy brought it up. Stumpy said it, though. He's like, Zen can't do it all by himself.
I want to have a little bit of a moan about Vitality, because earlier on, when they played against Genji, they had such a good balance to them. Stizzy was sat back further, and maybe that's frustrating for him, but it really works. Exotic playing better than he has for about a year. But in this game, Stizzy was pushing right up. So Exotic was doing the same thing, Zen was doing what he always does, and all 3 of them, so often, were giving Space Station goals. I mean, they earned goals as well, but they were given so many.
I felt like that was a very clear mistake that just kept repeating. Stizzy passed the midline. At one point, we saw him quite literally in their net, and a ball cleared over and went into the others. It was a frustrating mistake that it felt like it should have been so
Where's
obvious.
that save at? This is right here. That was unbelievable. Can I see it? Can we slow it? Oh my God, he pitches it. That has to have been like 98% in. He touches it the first time, air rolls with confidence and pinches it, and I think to the point that you're making, Cole, is that my assumption would have to be that they are really worried about SSG's individual ability.
And they tried to overcompensate.
And so they tried to overcompensate by shutting it and closing that space.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would guess that was the gameplay, because you were all right. Stizzy did play further back, and then he played way further up. And it just seemed like every single time SSG had the ball, Vitality just was not comfortable with contesting, making it awkward, and then taking the ball right back. SSG solo play after solo play. All 3 goals in that game number 4 were all solo plays.
Yeah.
Where they brought the ball all the way up in the sky and brought it all the way back down into the net.
So looking forward in the bracket, they've now punched their ticket to a dance with Karmine Corp here. Does that solo play style work against the big bad of Europe?
Well, for Karmine Corp, the thing about about them is that the thing about them is that they're just gonna have the ball the whole entire game probably anyway. So I don't really think Matera and the boys are worried about the solo plays. In saying that though, if Diaz, Chronic, and Reveal keep on performing like that, they can beat anybody. Same goes for Redacted against Shotfire Rebellion.
We'll see. They have yet to scrim them, apparently, Chronic was telling us, which is, I don't know. They're definitely not going to get one now. So we'll see how that goes in with kind of a fresh opponent. Two players, which it goes the other way, though, as well here, Herc, that, like, SSG hasn't scrimmed Karmine Corp, but Karmine Corp hasn't scrimmed SSG either.
Yep. Well, maybe in their world that's not as a scary thing, a scary statement.
Sure.
But for SSG, I would be curious, you know, how many European teams that they have scrimmed though while they're out here, because it is a little different. There's regional difference in play style. So we'll see what this brings to the table.
We'll see, folks. Make sure you have your Twitch account linked to your Epic account if you want to get the new Nemesis, Titanium White Nemesis. Never seen before, I'm being
so
told.
pretty.
I don't have it. I'm very excited to get it.
I like it. It's sort of like
It's got
60s
your
style. I
colors
can
on
imagine
it.
it being like old school.
It's got kind of like a 240 Datsun, Nissan Datsun kind of vibe to it.
I was thinking of the
if you put
sports car.
Yeah.
Yes, just if you put, you know, a literal rocket booster somewhere in the back of it there. So it's a kind of crazy thing.
You know what's so ironic about all this?
What?
If you look at that bracket, there are 3 North American teams.
Yep.
And 1 European team.
Yep.
And if you went before this thing happened, and when they announced this, I think you polled a majority of Rocket League fans. They would have said, NA's going to have 1 team there. And it's going to be 3 Europeans. Before the season started, it's going to be 1 team there. It's going to be 3 European teams. Yeah. And it is flipped the other way. And even I'm surprised. I'm surprised as a North American myself that we got 3 teams right there, but they're playing their best ball. We said it earlier in the day. It doesn't matter what you looked like yesterday, the day before that, 2 weeks ago. It's only about 1 day, 1 match in front of you, and the NA boys are on fire right now.
You do say all that, but here's the thing, Bates. I'm gonna ask you, Cole. What do you think is the % chance Europe wins this land right now?
Whoa, what percentage does Karmine Corp have against the rest of the field?
Against the field.
With Juicy instead of Drali, less high than it would have been. I'd say 35, 40%. I think they're a little bit better, but I don't think I'm looking at Karmine Corp thinking, wow, they're going to blow these out of the water by any means.
Okay. Well,
40%,
hey,
40.
North America's got 3 champions. Which one of them's get a chance? Can they make it? Can they get the spot for North America? We'll find out here in just a moment, folks. Stick around. I don't know. I think Karmine Corp's got it. I'm scared, man. I'm scared.
There's a reason they don't call them clean bikes, am I right?
Yeah.
Because it's dirt bike.
Gas stations. Whew.
You gotta start at the top and work your way down. You want me to do yours next? Oh, you're from Oklahoma.
They have to fill the silence.
The bathroom code's 9914.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Look at this hot rodder!
The RLCS kicks off. Legends fall. Underdogs rise. Get ready for RLCS 2026.
Man, I'm never gonna find out where this land is, bro. Wait a second, incoming call. From who?
Hey, yo, what's up, T-Bates?
Boston?
Indeed.
Boston?
Mm-hmm.
Boston?
Yes.
My name is Archie. I'm with Oski, Frosty and Cheese. and we're playing the custom training map to see who comes out the fastest.
We'll race for a trainer pack to see who can get the best time possible. But before each shot, we must answer.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cashback on every purchase. What's cashback?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
I get it. It's hard to change. Me? I'm pretty loyal. I've been on the same team for 17 years. Same coach for 11. Never switched my number once. And I start every warm-up with a pass from the same guy. What's up, Curtis? And I shoot from the same spot. Every time. So you can imagine how good something has to be for me to change.
Can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it, can't beat it with the big bad dough. Come on. Don't I make it look easy? Don't I make it look good? Yeah.
What if she says no?
You got this.
Hi, Allie. Will you go to prom with me?
During the Subaru Share the Love event, we donate to charities like Make-A-Wish.
You wish for a prom?
I wish for a prom for you.
Get a great deal on a new Subaru, and Subaru will share the love.
Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest.
I want to be rich.
Wishing for more money? All you need is your phone. No. Go to Geico, get a quote, and you could save $900 with your phone.
Look at that, it's ringing.
It feels good to save some coin. It feels good to Geico.
Day 2 of quitting vaping and smoking. I am feeling a little anxious today, so I just texted. I don't want to be reliant on nicotine anymore.
I don't know.
At least score. Nah,
Yo, this is hard, bro.
What are we doing, man?
This is hard, my boy. Yeah, go on,
Why
go
you
on.
keep shooting, bro?
Go on, bro.
You're
Next
on the wrong
question,
shot.
bro. Hurry
You're on-
up,
I think
bro.
you're on the wrong shot here, man.
42.
Which team won the first ever World Championship?
IBP.
Yeah, good job. Who leads EU in all-time LAN qualifications?
In EU?
Yeah.
RW.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
What's RW?
Gee, I don't know these questions, bro.
Who leads the RLCS in all-time LAN goals? You know it.
Do I know it, bro? How am I supposed to know this?
Just you guess.
Justin.
No, man.
Justin.
NA. Who was the EU top goal scorer in the RLCS 2025 season?
Top goal scorer?
In the EU.
Zen.
Yeah. Oh, my boy, what are we doing?
Bro, come on, bro. I have to control it, bro.
I should have done this shooting, man.
Bro, you even miss every shot,
I
bro.
hit every shot, man.
Go on.
Which European team had the highest goals per game at this year's RLCS Worlds? Just guess, man.
Dig.
No. Dig. Didn't you lost a wild card?
Yeah, so what, bro?
Which EU player became the second person to ever score 1,000 points in a game at this year's Worlds?
What was the question?
Just guess, bro, and then just shoot.
Zen.
No. Score. Nice goal.
Cheers, mate.
Which EU player holds a record for most demos in a game? EU player.
EU player?
Yeah.
Atal.
No. Nice goal, though. Nice.
Yeah,
Really
shit,
nice one.
bro.
Insane.
Nah, impossible, bro.
4 teams remain here in Copenhagen. 2 spots in the grand finals and 1 ticket to Boston sits on the line. Welcome back, folks, to kickoff weekend for the 2026 season as we are strapping in for Redacted. Redacted, of all teams, has made their way to the top 4 here. The Cinderella run continues, and they've got a rematch against Shopify after losing to them in 7 yesterday. They are ready for that rematch. They are excited about it. And Shopify has been sitting around Shogun all day. They haven't been playing.
I mean, we've seen as well that the hot hand is definitely the one to go with at the moment. Redacted have been exactly that today. And this is the best chance that they've got to prove just how much they have improved since yesterday, because they didn't look too great against Shopify 24 hours ago, but it's a brand new opportunity.
Listen, they scored a lot of goals since then, too, in a series where they really weren't scoring that much at all, because Shopify Rebellion, they hold the opponent to 0. So we're going to learn a lot about both of these squads. In particular, we're going to learn if Shopify Rebellion really does have the best defense in the game at the moment, or if Redacted, they just need a little bit of nice sleep and then wake up and they're a whole different beast.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hadn't thought about it until you said it, Shogun, but like, Herc, this is like the teams that are winning are continuing to win here right now.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it goes. if you're playing good, you keep on going. The funny thing is, I was thinking like in the break, I was like, dang, NRG loses one time, all of a sudden NA has depth.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden we look great, and EU's confused, and this is a fun weekend. We're gonna see if it keeps going. It's a 1v3 now regionally, and it's up to Carmine Corp.
So that's what it is. The moment Europe's having a bad time, and suddenly it's a fun weekend.
I mean, listen, it's been a good weekend the whole entire time. Friday was great. Saturday was okay. Today has been great as well. And I will say, once again, we're playing for 5 spots in Boston, 5 spots in where we go in Paris, and 5 spots at the World Championship. And a guaranteed major spot. So we got a lot on the line in these next 2 matches.
Yeah, this is crazy. If you haven't understood it, if you win this bracket, your region earns an extra spot in Boston, Paris, and the World Championship. You, as your team, will fill that 5th spot for Boston. So it does create an extra spot, but you fill the spot.
Are they the automatic 1 seed?
I don't think you're the automatic.
Okay.
Yeah, you still got to play well at opens 2 and 3 to get split points and stuff.
It's a diabolical setup, but not that crazy.
Listen, it's a pretty good thing. I'm very excited to see what these 4 teams can do. Shopify Rebellion, seeing them yesterday, they obviously came out on top. Had a lot of questions to be asked, but like I said, yesterday in the semifinals and the finals, they won 8 individual games.
They did.
5 of those games, they held their opponents to 1 goal. I mean, they scored 1 goal and held their opponents to 0.
Well, let's keep talking about them here. They are the reigning North American Regional Champs, Shopify Rebellion, taking the stage for the first time here for our Gauntlet bracket, and that's because as the #1 seed from North America, they get to go all the way up to the semifinals and wait for the competition to rise to their level.
And I think that a lot of people always talk about First Killer versus Zen, and you're like, why? Why did they do that? Well, that's because First Killer is really just that great, and he's kind of comparable to Zen. Zen just became a world champion. And saying that these 2 teams, FK is balling out, but his teammates kind of consistently have been doing enough to get the job done. Vitality, he had a moment where Exotic and Steady looked good, but they simply weren't looking good enough.
Yeah, it's also the other comparison is like, when it comes to Zen teams, we're always talking about his teammates. When it comes to First Killer teams, we're always talking about his teammates and whether or not they are going to be able to get them up to those championship levels. They're looking a lot better for it.
Violet Panda. We're getting through today. We're in the gauntlet now. This is where things really come down to the wire. We got to talk about your team, the opponents. Today, hopefully, is a new day for you guys. It looked not peak yesterday. You still got through, got the win, but of course, you want today to be a little bit better.
Yeah, no, I mean, against Redacted, we had to find our footing. We eventually pulled out the win. We knew what the problem was, and against SSG, we played great. Let's be real. We played a great game. The boys were feeling confident, and I think we just take that confidence into this game.
I guess the question, though, is it is a new day. For Redacted, it could be a new day for them, too. They could still come back with new things, even though they didn't win. Are you worried that their game plan is going to have changed enough that anything you worked on is out the window?
They're looking more confident than yesterday as well.
A lot more confident.
But we know what to do, and we'll be fine.
And I gotta ask you obligatory question. What is it? What do you got to do?
I can't say.
Okay.
Secret of the trade.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I guess the biggest thing is going to be shutting down their confidence is probably going to be a key thing here. How you do that, I don't know, because when they're just ready to dive at you with brain off, it's hard to really try to shut that down, isn't it?
It is, But you know, if we just stick with what we can do and we know, you know, like stick to the game plan, like there shouldn't be that much more of a worry.
Yeah, we'll put that on shirts. Stick to the game plan. It seems to be the plan for everybody here, and I wonder if it's going to be the same plan for their opponents. Redacted.
Redacted continue to be the surprise of the tournament, making their way to the top 4 here. And, you know, I mean, that victory they got over NRG, we were like, NRG must have just had a horrible day. Starting to look like maybe NRG didn't have as horrible of a day as we thought they were, and maybe they just went up against a really good team.
No, this Redacted squad is so disgustingly consistent. This is the same vibe I feel like we all got, like you mentioned to before, the Gentlemates run, where they were just sweeping under the radar, and it wasn't until they started inching towards that final spot that people really started to put eyes on them.
I mean, they're playing fantastic, and the way that they're doing it at the moment is in a way that is very consistent. You can keep doing it back to back. It's not, okay, we're barely scraping through. They're playing in a style, T-Bates, that they can just keep going for.
We're getting familiar up here. Maybe we'll get a little bit more after this. I said I'm back in the team. I can't be biased when I'm talking to them. I love VP too, but I'm hoping to see some really good action from you guys. You look like you're feeling super good. Even VP said you guys look really confident.
Yeah, we're feeling really confident. I mean, the whole time we've been here, we've been feeling confident. I think we've played well most of the series. Just hoping to continue that.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing, how do you maintain that? Because it can get hard when you get down to the wire. You're in the gauntlet. It's do or die, and you're getting that one step closer to the grand finals. How do you tell them when you can't talk to them to stay in it?
Well, that's really up to the players, right? I think we have the right pieces. They have good mentalities. They work really well with each other, good chemistry. So I think just during these series, like they know the entire time that they're always in it.
And does anything switch as well when you see a certain player popping off? And we're looking right now, of course, Talk. My goodness, he was looking crazy today. Do you adapt to that when a player is really feeling it on the day?
Yeah, I think you do. I mean, it's not super intentional, but everyone else kind of feels it, so it makes it feel different.
Right,
Everyone
okay.
just feels better. I think this is what we brought Talk in to do, and I think he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, when you see him scoring, give him the ball.
Yeah,
that becomes the next strat here.
Right.
Well, I guess going up against Shopify Rebellion, you guys couldn't quite grasp it against them before. They said they've made changes. I'm sure you've been doing the exact same with your squad.
Yeah, definitely made some changes. I think a big part of yesterday, we were a little nervous. Even, we talked about it before the interview, but we were a bit nervous. There was a little more than that, but I think we've made good changes, so I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, if a big part of it was nervousness and it looks like you got rid of it, should be a game for you guys. All I got to say is good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, these 3 players, for a lot of people, they're kind of new faces. They've maybe seen them once or twice. Like, they've seen like the Shopify Rebellion team at the last LAN, but it feels like, who are these guys? It's easy to forget. Each of them has their own story. Each of them has been competing for a long time. I mean, Wavy's been going since 2021. Two Piece has been competing since 2022. Two Piece's first team. He's only been on 3 teams up until this point. The team called the Randoms, which had a guy named Chronic, you might know. Then Shopify Rebellion, and then this Redacted squad. Mr. Talk over there has been playing since 2023. This is such an accomplishment for them to have made it this far.
Oh yeah, this is it's an exciting combination of players, especially when you've been playing for so long, right? And you finally find that dream squad and it works and you're getting really far and you're freaking people out. You know in your heart, you're like, finally, this is why people go through combos of teams, to find this.
Gets them the ticket here, and can they get them that ultimate ticket though to that grand finals, get them the win, to get them to Boston?
Well, it depends on how they play. I will say, I'm thinking really deep into my mind right now. This is the first time I've seen a team without any jerseys ever make it this far. I feel since the Muffin Men back at DreamHack Atlanta back in 2017.
Yeah, we're going a long way back.
Yeah, we've gone a long way back, bro.
Do we count the 20 or so times Cooksie would forget his jersey?
No, we don't count that. We don't count that. So the fact that they're here with no organizational support, they're out here balling out with Coach Mem come from Shopify Rebellion. Now he's not even repped by organization, and to be going up against the old organization for 2/3 of the team, well, 3/4 of it if you count Coach Mem, it's crazy. And if they can get this thing done, it's a sensational story.
If they could, it'd be fantastic. We're going to witness it with you guys here. Let us know who you think is going to win in the Progressive Fan Vote. Hashtag SR for Shopify. Hashtag RED. Hashtag RED for Redacted. Still, I keep waiting for Leaf to ask them what their team name is and why it's classified, why they don't tell us about it.
Well, maybe they'll actually answer that question. Can you ask these coaches these questions? And I feel like I can get more out of an NFL coach in those interviews than these coaches. These coaches must have the greatest game plans of all time. They can't even say we're going to play fast. I can tell you that. Stick to the game plan. What's the game plan? We're going to stick to it. What is it? Well, we're just sticking to it. They don't tell you
You're going to try and score a goal?
It's good. That's all that matters.
They keep their playbook locked at a nuclear football handcuffed to their hand. No one's allowed to have it here. Shogi, who you got?
Look, Redacted are playing fantastic. They're playing brilliant. They're playing so much better. But there was a team yesterday that won the tournament, and I can't go against a team that has beat them and gone ahead and beat everybody else in that region. Put me down for the Rebellion.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I think this is upset. I'm going Redacted.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I got one for Redacted right there. Listen, I will say, now you're going up against the big boy. They took you down yesterday, Shopify Rebellion did. And I think they played really well in doing so, but I don't know, I kind of dislike it, especially at this Copenhagen little studio land, 4th, 5th spot. It kind of makes more sense to me to have a team that really wasn't power ranked in the top 5 in NA to win it in NA, to show the depth. So I'm going to go with Redacted over
How about the other one
Rebellion
here? How about the other one on this side?
Redacted over Rebellion. You got your win yesterday. You are number 1 in points. Redacted's going to upset him right here, though.
I do. It was a game 7, 1-0. It felt like if it could just gone to, if it was a best of 9, we would have just kept going, right? It was a very close series on that one, and I do think Redacted are warmed up. They are hot. They are feeling great. They just took out one of the other strongest teams in the world. It's a European team in Ninjas in Pajamas. Give me a Redacted on this one. I think they're going to be the desk favorite. Can the coin balance us back out here?
Here. What are you doing?
Listen, to be fair, as soon as I said it, I was like, I'm going to get a text message from Mel
How do you not know
later.
your region?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you tried. You tried. Oh, and the coin said no. The coin said no anyways. Going to stick with Shopify
That's a real
here.
shame.
Close one there. I will say, I do think the underdogs and Cinderella stories usually work better when they are when they are under.
Well, they're not anymore, are they?
And they're clearly not.
I think they're the favorite because we just haven't seen. You got to think back, Shogun, to the OG times in RLCS. I mean, pre-RLCS. You have a team, a squad. They're not even represented. They're balling out. They're playing confident. People love to see that. It's a storyline. So somebody to win the Copenhagen.
They won yesterday.
Exactly.
Nothing else
That was open. Now we're out. Now we're on land.
I don't know. It's a best of 5 though. You got to stay hot right out the gate. Redacted have been hot today. Shopify, they're coming in cool and collected. Who's going to take it? Who gets to represent North America in the grand finals of the bracket gauntlet? It's time to find out. Shopify versus Redacted, round 3.
Well, Mr. Johnny Boy, 24 hours ago, we were lucky enough to commentate on this exact semi-final in the first North American regional here in Copenhagen. And while Rebellion won it, we were a little bit down on them. NA have proven that we were wrong to be down on them because they are showing up. Here is Game 1 brought to you by Progressive.
Yeah, they knew themselves after. I don't think they were proud of the semi-final performance when they beat Redacted yesterday. But now they've got a chance to just continue where they left off yesterday in the grand final. They were a totally different team. They looked like a dominant force and sort of the force that we'd expect with these players on the pitch. Oh, forget about Rebellion though. Hold on a second. Redacted. They're the team who have been the story of the day. First killer gives it away. And Wavy punishes him with a double.
There you go, straight away. Redacted building on their momentum from earlier, and this entire kickoff LAN is turning into an advert for Two-Piece, Talk, and Wavy. Someone signed them. They are looking like they could be the first team to win a tournament unsigned since Peeps. Back, way back in DreamHack.
Insane. Cool. Yeah, before the open era even began. We've not seen this.
Was that 2019, the DreamHacks?
2019 indeed, yeah. It's crazy. Oh, what a save. Great shot as well, coming the way of Rebellion. Now the bump lands, and that's opened the door for first killer to tie the game. Colford is running interference. Look at him in the net with no boost, but it doesn't matter. He's able to circle back around and completely block Two-Piece.
Yeah, frustrating one there for Redacted. Two-Piece thought he had it. Kofa made sure he did not. And yesterday it was so close in the end. Shopify Rebellion needing the last couple of games in a row in order to take that one. It was looking like it was going to be Redacted, and since then, of course, Redacted took a huge victory earlier. And that's 1-1 in this one. Both teams have warmed up well, already looking like a higher quality of series than we saw pretty much through the entirety of yesterday. As LJ steals that 100, and Talk goes forward. Talk has been huge joining these two players. Massive for them.
Yeah, Talk's just scored his, I think, greatest ever RLCS goal in the previous series. Wavy scored his greatest ever RLCS goal in the previous series. They're peaking at the right time. Just a couple of matches away from auto-quality to Boston.
Nice.
What a pass! What a goal! The team playing mid-pass. Landed for Redacted.
And it's brave as well. There were defenders there. The temptation for Two-Piece to go solo off the backboard saw Wavy. But First Killer and LJ are both trying to track that one, but the shot was too powerful. And the OG Rebellions were able to get it past their new ones.
This is already a different look than yesterday. We're getting more goals. We're getting much more in the way of aggression as well. Yesterday was a timid series from these two teams. Not so far. They've been willing to take risks, and for all the neutral fans and all of the new Redacted fans, as I'm sure they are gaining many with their performances today, they'll be delighted to see that. Not only are we getting successful gameplay, game wins, we're getting goals, Skull. They're flying in, they're up 3-1.
Every time we see a pass from Redacted, we know they're going to have a player on the end of it. Look at that from Talk.
Wow.
The deftest of touches, and Wavy already up. The speed of communication from these three, so impressive. And this new Rebellion roster are going to have to introspect again. But this is how it went yesterday against Redacted. You know, Redacted did take games, they did score goals. Rebellion were able to slowly but surely choke the life out of them. What you don't want to do is go behind early again for Rebellion, because you have to remember that Redacted, they are playing on the crest of a wave right now. They are absolutely at the peak of their confidence.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know, the initial match against Novo, most of the scene looks at that as quite a close matchup. Oh my days, what a bump. Hold on a sec, we'll come back to that in a moment. LJ has just bumped absolutely everyone out of there. He's got a combo. Just a nice little buy one, get one free.
What a perfect bump that is. Well done, Rebellion. So again, the aggressive players will get them back into it, but they still find themselves one goal behind. Do they have anything from the kickoff? It's lost towards Kofa. Kofa, who definitely seems to be frustrating Redacted's defense. Talk up against First Killer, another huge knock away. Rebellion seem to have one target in mind, Johnny, and that is sweep Redacted off the pitch at every given opportunity.
Yeah, Redacted have not been too susceptible to that. They have had really good defense today, helping each other out. Doing a good job with low boost positions as well. They're in one of those right now as they have to defend a couple of air dribbles, I'm sure. Plenty more where those come from when you're up against Rebellion. You know, we're trying to talk earlier on about the expected run for Redacted today. You know, even the most optimistic fans thought that it would end against NIP. The whole desk predicted NIP, and they swept them. Now they've got a chance to beat Rebellion as well, and really put together one of the most crazy Cinderella runs in Rocket League LAN history.
First kill is almost dunked there by Wavy. Does get away with it for now though. LJ has Talk and two-piece bumping each other, but does well to keep the ball shepherded into that corner and take the boost. There's a shot from Kofa. LJ still refusing to let Talk get a clean touch on the ball. Something Rebellion are doing well is letting Redacted out their own half when they get it there. They are making sure to keep the attack going, and Redacted though are seeing signs of counter-attacks. A lovely touch there from two-piece. Almost got the flip reset. First clear towards the goal. Had to get the next touch. And now Kofa can counter. He shoots it quickly. LJ into that corner. Rebellion, to me, looking the more likely to get the 6th goal in this game if there is one.
I still like what I'm seeing from Redacted, though, at the same time. It's been, you know, a lively performance from Rebellion. They knew that what they're up against today. They've seen what Redacted have been doing. You know, sweeping a team like NIP is going to get the attention of the entire Rocket League scene. And I'm sure Rebellion came in with full respect to their opponents, but knowledge is only half the battle. So he skims it to the backboard, it bounces down, he reads it the whole way and rebounds it in.
That is such a delicious read there from Talk. Reading that half volley on the angle while dodging First Killer. He had so many angles to navigate there, and he's done them all. First Killer's turn. Try and match that. Here he is, gets the dunk at the end of it and the bump on Talk. But Talk had two-piece to help out. And Redacted have their 2-goal advantage back. Rebellion tried to prod the ball across the goal line. It's not going to work. Kofa with a flip reset. He's been good this game, but again, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not a bad
Redacted aren't
game.
one-hit wonders. They can defend as well, Johnny.
Yeah, it really isn't a bad game for Rebellion. They've just been outplayed. Redacted are playing an unbelievable level. Talk's trying to add even more goals to the already impressive tally. Just a couple more touches and they'll make it across the line in game 1.
Yeah, Talk looks like he's going to be able to steal the last few seconds to give his team the opening win in this best of 7. Still a long way away from a grand finals appearance against either Carmine Corp or Space Station Gaming, but these guys, wow. They're playing so far beyond themselves.
Well, with this performance, I mean, NA stocks have never been higher. This And then also looking forward to FIFA E later in the month.
Oh, yeah.
Where you've got just, you know, the reigning world champions playing for North America, for USA in that one. They really, I think, as a collective, have never looked stronger in the open era. Space Station looked phenomenal. Rebellion just won the tournament against that phenomenal looking SSG yesterday. Now Redacted are putting up a run like this. We've got energy at home. So just unbelievable stuff across the board from the upcoming North American teams.
The infield passes from Redacted. You see a lot of infield passes that you just think, obviously that's going to get blocked.
Yeah.
You know, 100% of the time, someone's going to charge that down. But the precision of the pass and then the quality of the finish as well.
Yeah.
This Redacted roster, truly, they have it all. You know?
Somebody sign them.
I know, right? We can't say it enough. We truly can't.
It's going to be a queue to sign this team. You want to be at the front of it. You want to get your offer in soon, because the offer is going to need to be higher and higher if orgs keep waiting to sign these guys.
If you don't, chalk will.
Well, we can't. We'll see. We've been saving. We've been trying to build up the funds. I don't think, I'll be honest, Cole, I don't think we can afford these guys.
No, I hope not.
I think they might be a little bit too expensive with the run they're currently putting together.
I hope not. Well, game 2. Let's see if they can keep it going, because remember, there is a first killer, a Kofa, and an LJ on the other team that will not like the amount that we're currently talking about Redacted. LJ, we know what he's capable of mechanically, but he's slow there, and Redacted make him look slow. First killer clears as far as Kofa. And I think in the first game, it was Rebellion that actually shaded the aggression. Early door second game, Redacted going for a few of their own.
Yeah, I really like just everything we're seeing from Redacted. A nice drive challenge in the back corner there from Wavy. They're making the smart plays. They're not just popping off mechanically every now and then. They've got the structure as well. We talked a lot in their previous match about the wide angles they're using in attack. They're getting players over on the far side of the box. Nice save there by 2Piece. And you can look out for that from both teams here. LJ double taps in the first goal. Redacted could not survive. 2Piece did well, but he needed some more help.
Yeah, you can already see the power on that first touch from LJ. As soon as he hit that and following it through as well. Stunning double. You know, these doubles are bread and butter now for these pro players, but they can still hit them a little bit more slowly. They can get the angle slightly wrong and have to readjust their car and lose that 1% of their pace. LJ's touch there lost him nothing. Is he going to go again? If he can warm up, Rebellion would really appreciate that today as Kofa goes to a 50-50 with Wavy. Rebellion, I think, will be happy just to take a lead here, to remind themselves that they are, in theory, the premium team, starting to look like it in game 2. LJ, fakes out the defender. That's more like it from Rebellion.
Oh, LJ is just cooking him right now. First of all with the mechanics, and now with the mind games. Wavy gets sent to the shops, and they're down by 2.
And he waves Wavy goodbye as he flings himself past that goal. And that should wake Rebellion up a little bit. Remember, the last game was their first of the day, whereas Redacted were coming in hot, so it's understandable that Rebellion would find it slightly more difficult to ease themselves into this best of 7. But those excuses aren't here anymore for Rebellion. From here, very much playing it on hard mode. LJ and Kofa, the two of them, both doing a different job there to make sure that ball belonged to them. Talk goes to the side up against Kofa. It's a decent 50-50 for Kofa, losing it to LJ, who definitely seems to be the man that's come most alive for Rebellion. But as I say that, out of nothing, how has 2Piece dug that out?
What a shot by 2Piece. He dispossesses one, and then he hard reads the clear. Puts it over First Killer said. First Killer had no idea a shot is coming his way there. They've responded quickly, Redacted within 1.
Yeah, I was wondering if Rebellion were going to be able to take control of this one and slow it down a little bit, but after that touch from 2Piece, suddenly they're going to have to be playing some more standard Rocket League as First Killer goes into the center. Maybe past one of them, Kofa is able to, again, take a touch defensively. Last time they tried this, though, Redacted punished them. Torque finds 2Piece. He almost has a clean shot, but there's a quick defense there from LJ.
Oh, nice play on the ground by Wavy. Fakes one, 50s another. Fortunately for Rebellion, they did have the player who's taking over this game, LJ, waiting in the wings. Redacted are circling again, and looking like a world-class team with the way they apply pressure. It's just so impressive to see this team putting a performance like this up. Not many months after 2Piece and Wavy bombed out of the World Championship play-in. It just shows that one change, adding a player like Talk, the new spark in the team, can really turn things around. Is that in? It is in. Defender couldn't get back in time. First Killer puts a dunk on target. And yeah, it was Wavy. He had to dodge a bump. That's what put him out of position.
Yeah, first clear on the board, and Rebellion are playing with a lot more confidence than they were. You were saying that, you know, they bring in Talk and suddenly they look this way, but it's also the confidence that you build up from one or two moments going your way, one or two mechanical outplays going in instead of hitting the crossbar. Redacted continue to ride that confidence, but Rebellion have given themselves a foothold here, and LJ is at the forefront of it. That second touch was almost there. Kofa has to wait, has to show a little bit of patience. He was the best player in the first game, Rebellions. This second one has definitely belonged to LJ. But that's okay for Rebellion. You know, trading carries, that's what this team need to do in order to win this tournament again like they did yesterday.
And that two-piece scorer of the only goal for Redacted in this game. Gonna get more pressure for his team. Oh, Talk's got to be careful there, running right into an angry first killer. Wavy in front of the plate, thinking about getting some bumps. But they're not overdoing it right now, Redacted. They're just being patient. They know that there's still plenty time to make the comeback happen.
And also what they don't want to do is concede one or two more, and suddenly you're looking at a 5-1 loss, and things very quickly can start to look dire. They have overcommitted there. You talk about them showing some patience. Can first killer's touch find its way to the goal nearly? So we'd have to get away with that one, and they might do more than that. Kofa actually fakes out Wavy. In complete control of the situation, I'm sure. Has LJ to pass to, but LJ have no boost, so Talk had to go up early because he knew that LJ behind him was going for a bump. First killer wants to put this one on target, not able to do so. So, 1 minute, Redacted need 2. Rebellion continuing to attack.
Yeah, now they do need to take those risks. They do need to leave someone up front for a physical play or a pass. Just some kind of play that can catch Rebellion off guard. And Rebellion are playing this one out beautifully. Back pass. Oh, hold on. It was going all well, and then suddenly it looked like they might have been in trouble for a moment there. Nice block by Talk. Redacted with just over 30 seconds to go.
First killer needs to get a clean 50 here and lose it completely. Two-piece breaks through the defenses. Is anyone there to help with that? It's Wavy, nearly there. Kofa's out the game now, though, and Talk has boost to play with up against first killer, who gets it to the side, and maybe that was Redacted's last chance in this second game. Remember, these two went to all 7 games yesterday, so don't be surprised to see some close ones. Double opens it up. There is Talk. I thought Redacted were running out of time, but they're too fast for that.
Two-piece with 2 demos. Unfortunately, Wavy didn't play that because I think he was hitting the bar, but he cleverly left it for his teammate, and with 11 seconds to work with, Redacted fake the kickoff. Talk's on it. Low 50, two-piece hunted first killer. Wavy's gonna have a chance.
Chasing him down, couldn't quite get him on that occasion. Two-piece does have boost though. Can he get control of it? He'll be up to 0 seconds if he does. He's got the catch. Gets the flick. Talk. Something's gonna be too slow though. LJ gets him into the corner. Wavy keeps it up. Can't do too much more for now. Two-piece is on this one. First killer just watches him let it hit the floor. And a Rebellion get themselves in the series.
That's a really good try there with a fake kickoff. I love that from them. And maybe not the best follow-up from Talk, but you could see the idea. He was trying to fake a flick, get a low 50, and that could keep the ball dead in the same spot and give Two-piece a chance to demo the defender, but it just barely didn't go their way. You know, could they have done something a bit more proactive? Maybe, but I like the mind games. I like the kickoff strats. I like the strategies we're seeing. And keep going back to the positioning and offense from this Redacted lineup. They're getting quick recycles in the play with the use of the V formation. And Rebellion are going to be aware of that. They know how to play against that. There are a lot of teams in the world who do that, notably NRG and in NA. But yeah, I think overall they'll be quite happy with the game and the way they're playing Rebellion. But they'll want one game where they just completely hold Redacted to 0. That's what they were doing yesterday. They were keeping the opponent scoreless. They've not done that yet.
No, it's not seemed like they're able to do that against Rebellion. What I would say is they were certainly quieting Wavy in that last game. He got 71 points while his teammates were in between 430 and 440 or so. So certainly a quiet one for Wavy. And I think that Rebellion will just be happy to have stemmed the momentum of Redacted. It doesn't matter how you win that first game. Just get one. Remind Redacted that they're mortal. Because, you know, even after losing that game, Wavy was laughing, Wavy was smiling. You know, they have to wipe those smiles off the Redacted faces. The Redacted have started better again from the kickoff in Game 3. Looking to continue how they began. Could be a doink opportunity for first killer. I love that goal so much, Johnny. I am in love. This is why you don't dodge. Look at first killer here. Look, the ball's flat. Jump. Just jump. And then he's there to turn around.
I I don't think he even. You might have just driven through that.
It might have been a no jump
doink self pass.
Love it.
Never thought you'd see that, would you, Cole?
No, you take over. I'm just smiling for a second.
All right, Redacted up against an in-form Rebellion. There's no doubt about that now. Yes, they're able to dominate game one, but Rebellion dominated the grand final yesterday. Now they're here to play. Oh, crossbar denies two-piece. That was close. And they're just looking to find a way through here, but the back pass brings two-piece into an awkward position. He did well.
Yeah, he did do very well not to get dunked there. First killer saw that he had a clear path towards the opponent's goal. If he could have got anything on that ball, so two-piece had to be careful. That didn't happen, and now he's in. A better angle. Dunked this time, though. Talk picks up the pieces, goes to the ceiling, bounces off the ceiling, and nearly slings his hook towards that Rebellion goal. So after going behind, Redacted playing it very well, looking dangerous. Wavy again, a clean 50, two-piece backwards for some reason. Desperate to come in. It's a bit scrappy, but Redacted on top at the moment.
The Redacted are really testing Rebellion here. Rebellion have had boost, but they've not had momentum, and they can't get goal side of it. Talk dunks it in. It's bounced off the ceiling and down faster than Rebellion can react to.
Isn't that how they beat Nip as well? In the third game, I'm pretty sure it was Talk. Getting a 50-50 to the ceiling that bounced down. Is that something he's been practicing?
Well, you know, getting over the top of the challenge is definitely something he's going for there. It's a planned play. He's trying to get it up over the defender cleanly. But yeah, Rebellion, they've been very good at managing their boost, but they kind of look stuck in the mud there for a long time.
The fact that Redacted had got themselves into a bit of trouble in the attack, and, you know, they were backwards and they should be forwards, and still came away from scoring a goal, shows that Redacted are capable of digging themselves out of tough positions when it's going away from them, and this is definitely going their way. Talk gets the catch from the ceiling. Kofa tracked it well. Kofa, who's been relegated to defending for the last couple of minutes or so. Here's Wavy, LJ, huge block, great read.
Yeah, once more, it's Redacted outpacing Rebellion. They're the team coming in flow, full speed. Rebellion having to start from a standstill. First killer's ended up underneath the ball. He's only able to knock it towards his own goal, but two-piece centered it a bit too quick. Nobody could get there.
Yeah, it's a big demo from Kofa, but that is not where Rebellion want Kofa making those demos. They want him in front of the ball. They want him sweeping a path away from them so they can keep attacking the opposition goal. Two-piece takes it slowly. Kofa's bumped out the game, but does get the 100 boost, so he goes for the dunk. It's not quite there, but all Talk can do is tee up LJ. Now we have Kofa going for the attacks. Now we have maybe a Rebellion player here to put it away, and that is the ingredients of a perfect Rebellion goal.
LJ, like, delayed the reset here. He wanted Wavy in the air. He delayed his reset long enough that Wavy thinks, I can go up and challenge this. Then comes the reset and the outplay to set up the open net. So Rebellion, they've had a lot of defending to do in this game. A clinical finishing's the difference.
Ooh, nice kickoff there from Rebellion, and LJ will steal that boost. So puts Redacted on the back foot for the start. They have got it at least into blue territory for now. Kofa can't quite get the double that he was after. Actually ended up getting 2 extra touches on that ball. LJ goes for a musty. Wavy pushes it to the side, but Rebellion feeling more themselves. Yet again, Kofa takes the pace off the ball so it doesn't bounce too far back into his own half. LJ, via a bump, gets something on it. Rebellion looking stronger, looking more comfortable now, even though Redacted have been putting on a lot of pressure. Rebellion just began to slow them down, and that's what happened yesterday until, just as I say that, Wavy gets a free touch.
Look at this from Talk. He just fakes out the play. First killer thought it was a 50. Talk's just stolen the boost, and then he's driven away and let First killer center the ball to Wavy. So smart from Talk there. He knew that if he 50'd it, it wasn't likely to bounce in a favorable place. What's better is just to leave the ball and let Rebellion outplay themselves.
I think what's so good about this performance for Redacted is that sometimes you see this with a team that wasn't particularly fancied, but, you know, they're popping off. You know, they're playing brilliantly, they're scoring crazy goals, and you think, wow, you're not going to do this again tomorrow, but enjoy
not
it.
sustainable, but congratulations.
This is so clean, this is so sustainable. You know, Talk slow down there. That's intelligence as well as mechanics they're showing.
Yeah, and it's exactly what we've been seeing all day. The style of play that Redacted are relying on for goals, the mind games and the team plays.
Look at that again.
You know, they've got a real full package here that's, like you said, looking sustainable. It looks like they could do this all day, and they're even removing the mistakes. Earlier on against NIP, they had some mistakes. Against Novo as well, some mistakes. They're giving away cheap goals. Not seeing that anymore. They're actually improving on their consistency as the day goes on.
Rebellion remain at 2-2. Possible to break the deadlock anytime they come forwards. Swan on a knife's edge as Kofa puts it around the corner. Talk was waiting for his touch. Again, good intelligent approach there from Redacted, and the recovery speeds from Talk as well. Really, really high-level stuff. Wavy has Kofa in front of him. Kofa was waiting for it. Great play from Kofa. First killer has LJ in the center. Can he find him nearly there? LJ showing good patience here, Rebellion. It must be tempting to try and blitz their opponents, but they know that will not work.
Yeah, they definitely know that now. I think, you know, coming into the tournament, they probably fancied themselves as the faster, more mechanical team, but there doesn't look like there's a mechanical advantage for Rebellion in this matchup today. Kofa, dangerous. LJ, we've seen dangerous first killer. I mean, goes without saying, they're all dangerous players.
Kofa's going to be able to take this one cleanly. He goes high. Plenty of boost left in the tank. Does he use the ceiling? No, instead floats towards the ball. Then he resets. There's the change of pace. Gets the second reset. Talk was tracking it all the way. Huge overtime in this gauntlet.
I love the delayed resets out of Rebellion. They scored a goal earlier with LJ delaying a reset. Kofa almost got one there as well. And now here comes Wavy. So many drive challenges in the back corner for Redacted. I absolutely love to see that. Very underrated move. You guys can take into your own games back home. And it's going to come from midfield play. We've established the rotations. Who's going to come out on top?
Here's Wavy. This might be the moment his team come out on top. Kofa gets to save. Has to get a decent 50 here as well against Two-Piece. It was a little bit towards his own goal, but first killer was there, so all part of the plan as Talk takes this touch in front of himself. First killer's already there to the ceiling. Trying to let Redacted have any time on the ball at all right now, Rebellion. Maybe this is a moment where they're thinking, we can up this pace. We can dictate this game. That's a good block there from LJ. It was risky, and then a big demo as well. Plenty of space to play with now for Kofa. Goes for the double tap, but perfectly touched there. Out wide by Wavy. LJ's touch is only in the center, and Redacted are happy to come away with it.
Yeah, the game's on a knife edge. The series is on a knife edge at the moment. Single elimination, one spot in the grand final on this side of the bracket. The guaranteed NA team. We all thought it would be Rebellion if an NA team made the final from this side of the bracket, but Redacted are putting up a world-class performance, announcing themselves to the world as a new contender. Rebellion favored in this position.
Yeah, that's a scary block there from Wavy, but it was timed to perfection. He had a player right behind him, cut across, but it was the correct decision. And it was called quickly enough, but led to no issues defensively. So Rebellion had to go again. LJ finally is able to really start to spring that trap. Talk. And he go into the 50-50. LJ is there, Wavy and Two-Piece. Over that same ball, it's happening once or twice here for Redacted, starting to me to look a little bit shaky defensively, but still getting away with it for now. Rebellion prodding, Rebellion poking, waiting for their moment.
Yeah, Wavy's got 100. Talk, even with no boost, still able to get involved. There is Wavy, using all of his boost to try and get something going, but Rebellion are coming out on top of these exchanges. They're just playing a little bit more efficiently at the moment.
Oh, he's past one, he's past two, nearly past the third, but Rebellion gonna have to go back for boosts. Two-Piece's turn. Maybe Redacted can finally break free, but it's only as far as LJ. Talk tries to push it towards Wavy. Kofa was already waiting for that one, gets a couple of touches. Wavy, again, a risky touch. Two-Piece pushes it to the side. Redacted seem to have survived this wave of pressure. That's a bit of a heavy touch there from LJ. Makes something good from it, though. Then almost over the top of Wavy. Redacted making a good final touch every time, but they're getting trickier, they're getting riskier. And that's a good slowdown from First Killer. Wants to put that one forward. It's not quite there in the corner.
Yeah, they needed a challenge there. Redacted just got a piece on it. They look like they've lost the momentum in this series. At least for now. They've had their moments, but Rebellion looks stronger in OT.
Oh, nearly there. LJ took one piece out of Two-Piece, but he had 50% left, and now Talk tries to fake out Kofa. Wavy high. He's got boost this time. Redacted coming back into it, wants to get this dunk. It falls to Two-Piece. He picks his spot. It's just wide. That could have been it.
That should have been it. I like that he shot it low. It made it impossible for the defenders, but he misses the target, and now LJ with a chance the other way. Two-Piece stuffs it. Best chance of the game. Redacted couldn't take it.
First Killer flicks. Talk was waiting for that one. Talk's been pretty quiet in this overtime for Redacted. It's mainly been about Wavy and Two-Piece, so waiting for him to get involved. He might not need to, though, as Wavy is dancing it forwards. Two-Piece underneath it, pushes it into the center again, but it's risky. That's what's been happening this entire overtime. Surely Rebellion punished them this time, but that from Kofa is rushed.
Yeah, that was a big mistake there by Redacted. They made a snap call to just play the ball there. with 2 players. They both had to go immediately, but you can't both go. Not in that situation. Get away with it, though. And now they've got Rebellion on defense again. Oh, lovely touch by Talk. It's not panned out in their favor. And that was exquisite to watch.
Yeah, that was right at the end of his car. Must have been the final pixels to generate that much pace from that position. Eventually it goes to Kofa. Oh, there's a demo there from First Killer. 2-piece underneath this one. No boost. Kofa has all the time in the world, but now he gets too much power on it. And Talk on the counter. Does he have his teammate below him? Does he need him? He tries to get it around the corner. Wavy was waiting. Redacted have pressure, but they don't have their goal.
Well, both teams know they really need to push to get a goal in this matchup. Both teams play defending so well, but they're pushing themselves to the absolute limit, and they're almost getting caught out because of that. As we approach the double time, 5-minute OT, and it's been a nail-biter.
Redacted who, even after losing a game, even after conceding goals, have been smiling, laughing amongst themselves, not taking it too seriously, at least in a negative sense. Are really going to feel it if they lose this game.
Yeah, it's a good chance there. I like the 50 game out of Redacted as we do pass 5 minutes in OT. LJ's not getting challenged. Somebody's got to go! The crossbar to the rescue for Redacted. LJ almost 1v3'd them.
How on earth have they survived? But Kofa goes again. He flicks it over one. 2-piece to the side. First Killer's turn. To the ceiling. Wants the backboard touch. The Redacted defending well, and now Wavy tries to punish them. Tries to take them by surprise. LJ gets it to the side. Talk's already there waiting. Has no boost, so can't do too much. LJ. The goal is mercy, but 2-piece is there.
Can you believe we're only in game 3 of a best of 7? These guys are giving it everything. Both have come so close to scoring. I feel like it's more important for Redacted to get this one. Losers of game 2. They cannot give Rebellion an easy way out.
Talk's already up there, had 2-piece behind him. Tracking it all the way. That was a decent pass there towards LJ, but Wavy dunks him. Wavy now has a chance. He's got some boost. It's raced 2 by First Killer. Talk against LJ. Leaves it to LJ. 2-piece is already up, so Redacted not pushing too many men forward right now. First Killer's done some great work to not lose that 50-50. I've got no idea which way this is going. For 25 seconds, it's all Rebellion, and for the next 30, it's Redacted. Both teams are having turns of pressure. But so far, we're still yet to find that real, unmissable, clear-cut chance.
Yeah, over 6 minutes of overtime. Inseparable. And we had so many goals before this OT in every single game. And that's how Rocket League goes sometimes. You finally get to OT and both teams defend too well for the other to have a chance. But here's a big chance. What a pass!
Oh, what a save.
LJ denied. That was massive for Rebellion. Redacted survive again.
Yeah, lovely effort there from Rebellion. The shot wasn't bad either, but it was well saved. Kofa to the double, doesn't get it. 2-piece has to just hop to nowhere. All Redacted players are low on boost. Kofa tries to find First Killer, who's
somewhere
way back, getting
there
boost or something. Yeah, I think he's just chilling at the boost store. His card was being declined. He was like, come on, I need to get back to the game. He got it eventually. Now the game does continue. 2-piece around the corner. Talk waiting for it. Wins this 50. Takes out an opponent as well. Wavy has this one completely to himself. We need a spark from an individual. With the third men being this defensive, an individual solo play seems most likely because there's always someone defending the infield pass.
Look at that. Wavy again on the far side. He's been demoed though. First Killer misses his double. 2-piece was ready for that. Reset. Pass one. Kofa with the goal line save.
Yeah, Kofa was with the goal line save, but I think the demo went for the wrong player. If he'd gone for Kofa, the flip reset was already over the first man. Instead, he tried to bump the first man. So double jeopardy there on the Rebellion defense. Wavy has only got 30. Lets this one roll. Look, all 3 Rebellion players in blue territory, waiting for this ball to come back to them. Redacted can afford to take it slowly. They can afford to build up their boost reservoirs.
8 minutes overtime in game 3.
Oh,
and now the crossbar saves Rebellion. The shots are getting absolutely drilled near the net. That was a great attempt. But Redacted will have to wait just a little bit longer.
Make your predictions, everybody. Will we reach the fabled 10 minutes? 2 extra games of Rocket League is always what everyone wants to see at this point, but Wavy doesn't. And Talk's right there. Talk to the backboard. This is the opportunity. Great defending, Kofa. Ubiso with a chance to skim it. LJ's back.
2-piece still staying active though. Rebellion are stuck in the mud. They've not got no momentum.
There's no one there.
Redacted have got a great chance though. Ceiling double by Talk with the reset. Backboards into 2-piece. And Kofa's there to defend.
Yeah, but Wavy keeps the attack going. This could be Redacted's chance. They have to avoid overcommitting though. Wavy gets the wave dash. Can't do anything with the ball though. LJ takes all the time in the world in the corner. Such confidence from him. This key moment. First Killer waits. Kofa right behind him. Rebellion pretty starved at the moment. Only LJ had anything real to play with. First killer with nothing. Has to keep an eye on Talk in the air. Kofa catches. A couple of demos coming in. A trade, I think it was. Seemed like 2 booms.
Past 9 minutes in overtime as well. And still, we continue. Redacted have had the ball in the Rebellion end for almost the entire last minute. They've had so many chances. Now Wavy with a pre-jump, trying to come in with a super unexpected angle. That's bold.
That's what we need. We need some bravery and bravado from these brilliant players to be the first grand finalists in the kickoff gauntlet. Kofa could be that man. He goes to the backboard, wants to force it downwards. LJ's up here. He's taking a risk because Talk gets it past him. First killer all alone, does not want to get dunked. Avoids that first. LJ doesn't have much boost, but he has got the quality. He's got the ability to find first killer. Here's Kofa. Real chance! Kofa takes it! 9 minutes, 46 seconds. Kofa says enough.
What a pass down by LJ, and then the speed of first killer to beat the defense by a pixel. Put the ball perfectly into the backboard. And Kofer snipes the top corner. We saw so many crossbars, so many posts in this game. But Kofer slots it.
For any newcomers, that doesn't count as 2 games. It still only counts as 1, even if the overtime is almost 10 minutes.
Look at these scores.
11.79. Only one player got over 1,000 points there, which
only 9 saves for Kofa.
I was going to say, after a 9-minute overtime, puts into perspective what Diaz did earlier to get 990 or whatever it was in regulation.
Still, though, I mean, the defense from both teams so impressive. To hang on for almost 10 minutes in OT under that kind of pressure. Oh, yeah, so close on multiple occasions for Redacted, and they've called timeout to try. Get that 1% more. They don't need much more. They're very close, but they do need more.
Yeah, that was lovely though from LJ. As soon as he was there, his eyes lit up. Get something on this, and first killer will win that race. Kofa had the opportunity he'd been waiting for. Not easy after 10 minutes of overtime.
Yeah.
To slide, you know, you're tempted to be safe. You're thinking, oh, don't miss. You have to attack that with full confidence. Kofa did, and earned his team 2-1 lead in this series.
Still love what I'm seeing out of Redacted. I mean, what a team. Somebody sign them. We're going to keep saying it until they announce an org. Somebody needs to sign these guys.
Yeah, I'm refreshing Twitter right now. Still not. Still not. I can't believe it.
I wouldn't be surprised if a team tried to sign them before they made the final, but they've got to get 3 games if they want to play in it. Rebellion only need 2. And this is, you know, such an impressive run for Redacted, regardless of the result from here on. This would already be a great story for North America, for Wavy, 2-piece Memory, and Talk, you know, for the whole roster. But it would sting to lose twice to Rebellion, the team that just got done benching Wavy, 2-piece, and Memory.
I mean, let's talk a little bit more about Rebellion, though, of course, because this is not a team that is here to be part of the Redacted story. You know, their leader, first killer, still yet to win an RLCS LAN. Does this count to you? You know, we don't have South America here. We don't have OC
well,
here.
By definition, yes. I think if Rebellion or anyone can win this this grand final today, it is an RLCS LAN win. You know, it's not a major, it's not a big LAN, but it is a LAN, so it still counts, and I'm sure it would do wonders for the confidence of the winners moving forward into the majors and into Worlds later in the year.
So let's see, that's the prize for all these players. And the prize for Rebellion as well. Let's not forget, his first killer goes up. A man so desperate to get rid of the 2 second places monkey off of his back. As Wavy goes forwards, Redacted have to dust themselves off. The tactical timeout use to perfection there. After losing that one, you certainly want to take the time to just clear your nerves, stop your hands shaking, and get back into it. Oh, what a touch!
That was close.
Is that a doink again?
I think, yes, he skimmed it at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Redacted almost caught out with it. Well, I mean, they were caught out, but luckily the crossbar had them. Now the post to the rescue for Rebellion. A lot of posts and a lot of crossbars here, but I don't think it's necessarily been bad shooting. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you think, well, that's just an unnecessary crossbar.
Yeah.
Anything under it is a goal, but with the way that the teams are defended, you need to shoot perfectly. Oh, that was close.
So near, and yet so far. Nearly. 2-piece will go again. Over first killer, not quite. I was going to say, with regards to pointless posts and crossbars, I've seen plenty of Rebellion streams that have it to the Redacted goal. LJ's turn this time. Something we've sort of been rare in seeing this sustained pressure from Rebellion, where they just look like they could score with any punch forwards.
Well, you know, I do think if one thing is to be said about the way that the series is trending.
Oh, there it is, Johnny!
Oh, well played. Oh, well played again. Rebellion are playing their game now. This is what they want. Controlled Rocket League, no conceding allowed, and eventually they get the goals off the back of superior mechanics, superior efficiency. I think it was better for Redacted when there were goals flying into both ends. I think that suited them more. They need to try and play a bit more loosely, and if that means conceding 2, so you score 3, so be it.
Well, let's see if they can make that happen, because so far from the next kickoff, it's Rebellion again coming forward, is asking all sorts of questions. Torque, though, does go under 1. The Cardinal see him when defending, then LJ's bump. First Killer has to stop this ball rolling towards his own goal. Wavy is chasing down First Killer and gets him. 2-piece of the shot. I don't mind that at all from 2-piece. Just ask some questions to the goalkeeper. Wavy races Kofa. Kofa almost wins that one cleanly. That I would have minded. I would have been very impressed if Kofa had that pace. Redacted have Torque go into the ceiling. Rebellion at the moment always having a man back, and that's that control you were talking about, Johnny.
Oh, well played, First Killer. Knew he couldn't get the ball, so he just takes the player out instead. And look at the activity. Getting so much of First Killer in this matchup. And that's always a great sign for First Killer teams. Because when he's looking good, you know the other team's going to be so worried about him. They might commit too many players to defending him. And now he's got the backup of LJ and Kofer. Definitely a triple threat lineup.
Yeah, there's definitely a blueprint for Rebellion to win lands. And we're seeing a sign of it now. Such a good performance, this one. Redacted had a couple of half chances after they went 1 goal behind, but apart from that, it's been all Rebellion here on game number 4.
Redacted, what is it now? Almost 15 minutes without scoring is the sad truth of affairs. The overtime, as exciting as it was, as tense as it was, it didn't feature any goals from them, and neither does this game.
Torque pushes that one to the side. Not going to be enough, though. Oh, it is actually, because LJ's missed that one. Can Torque make the most of it? Not this time. First Killer was waiting out to help him. Has some boost in the tank as well. Wants to dunk 2-piece. Tries to. Wavy gets it high. Kofa dives in there and misses, but again, keeping the pressure on Redacted, making sure they're not taking their time defensively, which I thought Rebellion would have been saying they're able to do too often. Lovely 1-2 there. Lovely passing play from Rebellion. Beginning to pull away in the 4th.
They are. They're playing their style, and Redacted have not been able to stop them in this game from exerting their style of play and insisting that that's how we're going to play this game. It's just exactly what Rebellion want. We talked about it earlier. Even when they're winning a game, they're conceding a lot. They don't like that. They want to win with clean sheets. That's their play style that dominated the grand final yesterday. But they're starting to look more and more like potentially the favorite to win this whole thing. Redacted beat NIP, who played KC close. Rebellion are now beating Redacted. He could be the favorites to win and win a spot for NA, an extra major spot.
No
oh my
way.
goodness.
Oh, that would have been sublime. Wavy couldn't quite get it on target. They still might be 2-piece, a little bit too behind. They're playing too fast even for their own good. One more infield pass. Maybe this is the one. A masterclass in recycling possession.
And what a shot as well. Wavy mid to Talk, and Talk does not hit the post, does not hit the crossbar. He slots it to perfection. Redacted break the deadlock. They finally get the goal. The drought is over, but they need one more.
Just say Rebellion control this. From the kickoff, First Killer has it cleanly. 2-piece sends it high. Redacted going to throw everything at this for 20 seconds. LJ up against Talk. It's going to fall to Wavy. He tries to find Talk, but he'd gone back down the other end. First Killer almost punched it home. With 10 seconds left, Rebellion have control.
And First Killer's slowing the game down. He's just letting the clock win the match for them. 4 seconds to go. They can back pass this, and it's a guaranteed win. There's no pressure in the midfield, but now look at that wide position again. Being used by Redacted. First Killer cuts off the pass, but Wavy's got a chance to keep it up, and he does. It's awkward, but it's in the air.
He keeps it over the boost as well. Gets the 100. Kofa can only send it high. That's danger. 2-piece is almost there, but he's not quite. And Rebellion, 3-1 up. Beginning to feel their way back to the top.
Yeah, they've just adapted brilliantly to the new Redacted that we've had today, because they are a new team today. Redacted did not look like the same team yesterday. Today's gameplay's been far more inspiring. It's caused a lot more problems for their opposition, but Rebellion have risen to the occasion. They've accepted the challenge. They come out of the grind fest, almost 10-minute overtime on top, and now they take control of the series with some brilliant 1-2 passing plays.
Yeah, they're timing their moments perfectly right now, Rebellion, and their experience is showing as well. You know, they've come up against an opponent that felt that they could not lose, that felt invincible. And slowly but surely, Rebellion have just put some light punches on them. You know, made them question things.
Are they your tournament favorite now to win the whole thing? Redacted, who beat NIP, who took KC to Game 7. Rebellion have already swept Space Station yesterday. So with a 3-1 lead over Redacted, it looks like Rebellion are on their way to the final. Are they the favorites to win? And what a win it would be for North America. An extra team at both Majors and Worlds. And the EU 5 through 8 seed, or maybe even the 2 through 8 seed, will be an absolute bloodbath.
If they can keep up this level of precision, you know, keep timing their passing plays this well, if their shooting remains this good, then I'd still say Carmine Corp. But Rebellion are closer. Rebellion are getting closer and closer, and they are certainly capable of taking down first Redacted and then either SSG or KC.
SSG have yet to show us that level in a final. They looked unbelievable against Vitality today. Rebellion look like the team to beat at the moment. Redacted have got their work cut out for them. It's Kofert dancing in the box, looking for chain resets from point blank range.
Redacted as well on their third series of the day compared to Rebellion's first. So potentially fatigue starting to come into play. But this is where potential champions are made, Redacted. Rebellion not rushing into anything, not going to get itchy about winning the series, but they are going to have to win it still. Maybe that's the jolt in the arm.
Oh, that is just disgusting out of two-piece. Look at the use of power slide to keep the momentum going, and he's up in the air so quickly with a perfect read. And just the no-look double fist bump as well as a cherry on top.
Redacted have their lead. Game 5, they are not going to go away quietly. Kofa gets a flip reset straight from the off, wants to get a second touch, trying to manipulate that ball, begging it to go into the back of the net, but it's not going to happen, it's too slow. And LJ's going for a bump. I like the change in mind there from Rebellion. Definitely seems to be the continuation of the plan. Firskiller now is having a nibble as he goes along. What it means is that Firskiller gets full control of the ball. That's happening all too often for Redacted, even though they have this lead from a wonder goal. It's less replicable now than it was, because that is relying on big mechanical plays.
And so he's already scored one insane sidewall skim today. This one didn't have enough pace in the setup for him to go for it again. They're all just scoring wonder goals, aren't they? The whole squad have shown up and put some of their best highlight reel goals on the pitch when it matters most. But it still doesn't feel enough. We still need a little bit more from Redacted, because Rebellion are just that good.
Yeah, if Redacted can score the next goal, I might start to believe there's something here for them. But now I get the sense that Rebellion are eventually going to get a goal. You know, it doesn't seem like a clean sheet performance here, but Wavy almost does double up. And that's a good dunk threat from Torque. Does he have a teammate behind him? Redacted have nobody with boost there to get the next touch. Kofa tries to get the dunk on Redacted. Rebellion, you know, no hint, no danger of rushing this and trying to force the issue, even though they're one goal down.
Oh, good reflex by two-piece, but Kofa might have this saved by the recovering Talk. Just over half the game to go. And Rebellion will feel like it's coming. As long as it's just that one goal difference, like you mentioned. And that could be it. Kofa buries it again. He has been such a good finisher for Rebellion in their game wins today.
Yeah, that is not an easy finish by any means as well. All three Redacted players chasing that ball, but Kofa connects too well for them to get it. And he does put Rebellion back in this game. And they have weathered an impossible seeming storm at times, Rebellion. Will the waters get choppy again? Will Firskiller allow them to? Here he goes to the ceiling. LJ in the middle. Wants to get the pass to LJ. It's a little bit high and bouncy. So all LJ can do is get it high again. Keep the ball slow and loopy in the Redacted half. That's good from Firskiller. Pass a couple of them with one simple touch. Firskiller then lands and makes more awkwardness for Redacted in the corner. Gonna fall to Kofa, who's just waiting to pounce. Pushes to the side, but that's good patience from Wavy.
Oh, nice handoff as well. Just leaving it for Talk, who did have more boost and a better angle to attack with. It's not amounted to much. Firskiller with the bump in offense. Saved by Talk. They sent two, but now Kofa this time. He can't hit the target.
But he shouldn't be given that much time and space, though. Kofa had an almighty run up at that one. Triple jumps towards the ball. Couldn't quite put it on target because the redacted goalkeeper, all he could do was stay still. Here's Kofa again, time and space. Huge flick, almighty. Then gets the next touch. Side to side in front of the redacted goal. Playing the game laterally right now, a Rebellion. It stays at 1-1. Redacted will be happy about that. They've lost their lead. What they haven't done is collapse. They haven't given up. They haven't given the game to Rebellion just yet.
Yeah, is it going to be one more game? Can Redacted keep the Cinderella run alive? They've come so close. The losses have all been competitive, but they are all still losses. Rebellion do still have 3 game wins in a row, and all the momentum, timeout used for Redacted as well. I mean, everything's against them right now. Do they still believe that it's possible? Do you still believe that it's possible?
I certainly do, and I think any Rebellion fans will think that it's possible for Redacted to win this series from here. That much is true. Two-piece waits. Kofa isn't going to let him wait. A huge bump on first killer, but there's no one there with any boost for Redacted. Oh, well, it looked like they were going to be countering. Suddenly they're in jeopardy themselves. Kofa, one touch, two touch, steals some boost yet again. Rebellion not letting them walk this one to overtime. Want to win it now, want to win it here. Nearly do, but it's saved by two-piece.
It's just so cheeky by FK, disguising the reset till the last second. Redacted kept him out 15 seconds to go. They need a hard clear, they need something, and there it is from Talk.
Yeah, good stuff there from Talk. Important. Redacted would bite your hand off for overtime right now. 4 seconds left. Looks like we're going to have one more chance for Rebellion. Two-piece has to keep it high. First killer waiting. Kofa is there. Goes high himself. This could be dangerous. There's anyone for Redacted there on the ball, merely. Two-piece pushes it upwards. LJ clears long. Is anyone for Redacted going to be able to attack that one? No, they're not. Rebellion go 1 goal away from the grand finals of the kickoff gauntlet.
The first chance is going to be Redacted. The first killer takes it away from Wavy. Two-piece has to be careful here. Kofa's bumped him. LJ's coming in. This is not looking good for Redacted in the opening seconds of overtime.
Yeah, Rebellion, all of them got pretty much 100 boosts. Redacted are searching for the boost pads, seeing what they can pick up. Kofa uses his to force Talk to send it high. LJ, he doesn't get the second touch though. Wavy has Talk in front of him. This is similar to the goal that LJ scored earlier on for Rebellion. Coming from the ceiling, falling down, and just teeing up a teammate. Earlier on it was first killer. Redacted couldn't quite do it the same way LJ could, but Redacted do break through the lines though. They've survived that early wave of attack from Rebellion. Can they build upon that in this overtime?
I like that LJ's left that. He didn't want to get a skim on it and send it faster back into his own half. First killer. Threatening it again. Redacted have to be so careful. Any of these bumps could leave their net wide open. Need to be there for each other in defense. And they're not. It's going to be FK. He is just simply too good. Redacted with a brave performance. But the result is the same, and Rebellion, for the second day in a row, make it to the grand final.
Consistency from Shopify Rebellion, from their new roster, against a decent chunk of their old roster. And you can see there, a professional job well done there by Shopify Rebellion. The fist bumps come out against a team that I think they know they'll be facing off against a few more times this season.
Yeah, you know, regardless of, you know, if it's 4 spots for NA for the major, if it's 5, I don't think it matters. I really do think Redacted are going to be there. What a performance. What a string of performances. NIP, 3-0'd. Rebellion, winners of yesterday's NA regional, taken right down to the wire in that third game. That could have been 2-1 in favor of Redacted on several occasions. They were just millimeters away. And if they win that game, this series could look so different. Unfortunately for them, Rebellion were just simply too good, and they do advance. But like we keep saying, somebody's got to pick up this team. I cannot believe they're orgless with a performance like this after eliminating NRG or sending them to the lower bracket online. But yeah, line up, queue up, Redacted, get them while they're hot.
They continue to go from strength to strength, but it's Rebellion that win that one. And to speak to them, it's Leaf.
You know what, Cole? That's exactly what I plan to do as they make their way to the grand finals. I have first killer here with me with Shopify Rebellion. Congratulations on the win, first off.
Thank you.
For you, I want to ask, obviously you guys took the dub yesterday when it comes to the regional. and that is technically a LAN win. Are you counting that, or are you going to say today has to be the one to get a LAN win?
No, I'm counting us today. I need it to be international.
Cool. I feel that. I think that's the right way to go here. But you guys are looking good. You look like you're on the path towards that. You know, I was talking right before to Coach Violent Panda. He was saying that you guys came in with a new game plan, made some changes. Were you confident in those changes right away? Were you hesitant? You're like, okay, I don't know if it's going to work. Now we do. What was the thought process with any of those changes coming in today for you?
I knew that it would work if we. I can't really say too much, but
of course,
if we just did it properly, I know it's easier said than done. But if we just stuck to the game plan, I guess it would work because theoretically it was just a good place.
Yeah. No. So I guess looking into it, did you feel like, okay, that was easier than I thought once it? Because it looked like you guys had control. I mean, of course, Redacted was fighting back, but do you feel now confident going into the grand finals with that playstyle?
Yeah, I think it works really well, and we're really confident with it. We're comfortable, so I think, yeah, I'm confident going into the finals. And
just to talk to your opponents now that they're eliminated too, I think they've got a lot of fans on their sides now. Playing against them, being on field, how do you feel these guys are going to fare going forward in the region and potential international competition?
I think they're going to be really good. Honestly, they've impressed me a lot since I played them in the Cash Cup, and we beat them twice. But since then, they've improved a lot, and they seem to keep improving. And I'm honestly excited to see what they can do. And I'm proud that they're repping NA.
Yeah. It's been great to watch, but of course, you're in grand finals. You're waiting on your opponents. I want to get some thoughts early on that. Who do you want it to be between the two potentials? Most people think it's going to be K-Corp, but who would you rather have in that grand final to give you the best chance for that LAN win?
Honestly, I think it doesn't really matter.
No.
I think that if we just play our game, we can be the best, and I'm just going to stick to that.
Fair enough. You did in this game, and you won it, so I have to say good luck in the grand finals. Hopefully you can get that dub.
Thank you.
With that, First Killer makes it to another grand final. This one international. Can he finally get that win, get the monkey off his back, get a RLCS major win here?
Yeah.
It's not a major, but it's a LAN. It is a LAN, and it's what an elevation it is over the one he got yesterday.
Yeah, he was saying he doesn't really mind who he'd be playing against. I think you don't want Casey over there. Let's not run that one back again. But there is a phenomenal performance from them in this series. Game one and the rest of them beyond that. All very close. Redacted played them so close, but there is a tier list, there is a hierarchy.
Yeah, it really just came down to experience. FK balled out, averaged 590 score per game, 1.2 goals per game, and he just had...
A 10-minute OT does help with that.
I mean, yeah, it does. It most definitely did, but in general, I mean, he just was calm and cool and collected. And Redacted, they came out hot. Talk was still doing what he was doing. He was talking to him. But ultimately, it ended up just falling a little bit shorter than they would have liked. Rebellion, they're the ones who were corrupt with the organization. For now, I think we can all expect Redacted's going to get picked up by somebody at this point. But for them, their run's over. And for First Killer in particular, he could have a potential date next series if Vatira wins. He could play Vatira yet again. For another final.
Yep.
And Vatira's 2-0 against FK. He's probably thinking about that.
Between Birmingham and San Diego.
San Diego.
Yep.
He always plays Vatira. He's made it to 2 LAN finals, and he's lost to Vatira both times.
Yeah, I sort of feel like Herky maybe wants it at this point. It's like, come on. Like, it'll always be in his back. People are like, hey, you got the win, but you didn't do it against Vatira. You know, like, come on.
I'm sure people are going to say that to him if it happens. And I'm sure he also didn't want to say it himself in the interview for, like, the jinx.
Nah, I'll tell you this, that game 3, that 9-minute overtime was a big key, swinging point in the series.
Can we talk about how rude it is, by the way, that these teams that have already won a regional so far, already have the points. You're pretty much guaranteed to be going to these events. If you win one of these opens, go, nah, I think I'll go into the grand finals. I want the guaranteed spot. You don't need it, lads.
I mean, they kind of do need it, because they might just fall off the face of the earth, Joker. You never know. Maybe open number 2, open number 3, that's going to be a little bit.
They're not going to happen to a team still in this tournament.
I don't think open number 2 starts until like January.
In general, yes.
Yeah, and an org still in this tournament,
I've
maybe.
seen a team win a regional and then completely fall off the next one. Maybe.
I'm just excited because either way we have this great story. If SSG is able to somehow beat Carmen Core, and then you've got SSG versus Space Station, you have a rematch of the grand finals from yesterday, or you have regional champ number 1 from Europe versus regional champ number 1 from North America the day after they won those regionals.
Listen,
it's kind of fun.
Listen, regional champ versus regional champ is fun, but an opportunity to maybe get a binary sweep. You know, they came close last time. Listen, maybe get them to play in the same series a second time around, and maybe with me actually in the arena for it. That would be pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he left. He went to go chill for a little bit. That's why he wasn't in the arena yesterday. Listen, they might just do that against Carmine Corp.
No.
I will say, Shopify Rebellion over the course of this so far weekend, yesterday and today, they have continually ascended. They have gotten better and better. Their defense, once again, you saw it, where they needed to lock up. And they did. For 9 minutes and 50 seconds, they locked up against a redacted high-power offense. Game number 4, they held them to 0 goals, and now then finish them in game number 5.
Shopify Rebellion. They have earned a spot in the grand finals of our gauntlet bracket. Who will they face off against? We're about to find out in a little bit, folks. We'll take a quick break before we get there. Carmine Corp, though, I mean, the Carmine Corp is in kind of a similar boat here. We did see Shopify Rebellion, after sitting around all day, show up, played really, really strong. Carmine Corp, they seem to be a team that is good coming in cold.
Yes. I think also, though, Carmine Corp, in comparison to Shopify's Rise right now, might be a little more inconsistent. And I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
Okay.
But it does make me worry some.
Well, I mean, Rise is on Genji, so.
Okay.
I did
that
see.
That is not what I meant.
I'm gonna give some hopium.
I'll show myself out.
Out of context.
I'm gonna give some hopium though to NA. We did see backstage, like they were doing the Pierre Gasly, where you've got somebody with the balls like they're trying to drop it, and you've got to try and catch it. I'm gonna say KC, whilst they were practicing that, the tennis balls were hitting the floor quite often. So
I saw that the other morning too. They were doing the warm-ups, and Zen was just kind of like.
Okay, I mean that's not Rocket League. You know, it's just not what they've been practicing.
Well, okay, no, they were all
10,000 hours
struggling until Vatira went up there, and he's like, my reactions are OP.
I am the best.
Well, folks, we'll see how it goes when we get there. We have 2 more matches to go in our bracket, as well as the Team EU versus Team NA 4v4 show match. Herc, who's going to win?
I can't make that statement out loud. There are 6 people sitting in front of me that would try and fight me.
Oh, so you think EU's going to win?
I mean, I'll stare at them.
We'll see how it goes. Should be a lot of fun. It's going to be 4v4 action for the first time on the RLCS stage. There's Boost on the walls. If you haven't played that playlist, make sure you're tuning in. It'll be a lot of fun. That's coming up, though, after our next match. Space Station versus the Blue Wall is next on the RLCS. We'll see if they get it.
NA's going down.
EU. I don't know.
Whoa, looks like you're backing up a bit here. Okay, Luann? Is there a Luann in the house?
Remember, you don't work here. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Luann going once.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents,
Luann?
but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Sorry.
Luann!
We have 16 teams from around the world. It's a shot, it's wide, the follow, it's in!
They need to keep running back to their net, otherwise Frank will come back at them.
But it doesn't matter because there's killers through 1. There's killers. 1, 2. Oh, it's cold! Just give him the trophy now.
T-Bates here, and today I have a special unboxing from Blacklight. It's gonna be something you've never seen before. ASMR. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh my gosh. It's cool. These are the instructions. It's a piece of art. Smooth as silk. And now, for the finishing touches. The Athena Pro. Blacklight. RLCS. Available for pre-order right now.
Legends fall, underdogs rise. And ready for RLCS 2026.
For experiences like no other, you need a card like no other, with exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide. There's nothing like Platinum.
Subaru is the largest corporate donor to the National Park Foundation, helping to protect our parks for future generations through the Share the Love event.
Get 0% APR on select new Subaru models, and Subaru will share the love.
This is a nightmare.
Someone call for a nightmare? Hang on. That's your nightmare? Some roof damage? I'm a professional. I deal with real nightmares. You just need to sing the State Farm jingle.
State Farm jingle?
Do it!
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm can help with your claim. We're here when you need us.
Great. Can you get rid of it?
Ooh, we getting rid of. Wait.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Who says the most luxurious skincare has to be expensive?
Age Perfect Midnight Cream by L'Oréal Paris. A rich, hydrating texture your skin needs and deserves. With antioxidants, this formula helps repair skin barrier in just one night.
Feels like a super expensive cream.
No wonder 2 out of 3 women would switch from their luxury cream. Age Perfect Midnight Cream by L'Oréal Paris.
I'm worth it, and my skin's worth it too.
As a professional makeup artist, to use faux brow is a game changer. I've had alopecia my whole life, so I don't have eyebrows, I don't grow eyebrows. To do that so easily, it makes me so happy, it makes me want to cry. They look so real. New faux brow pen by L'Oreal. Faux brow, real confidence.
Enter a world of VR magic.
Game's already started?
You could still get in.
Now?
Now.
Send it. That was fast.
New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Infinite worlds await.
One spot remains in the finals. Will Europe have a representative? Karmine Corp, their best hope here, and what a good team to have be your final representative here. Space Station's going to try and knock them out, though, so we can get an NA versus NA final for the first time in RLCS history at an international event.
I mean, listen, that would be absolutely great, but you got to go against a blue wall that's been looking pretty tall right now so far. Karmine Corp, EU's last hope. But man, I wonder if that's going to be a saying we're going to say a lot here, Base. I don't know.
What, throughout the year?
Yeah, EU's last hope. KC.
Maybe it is.
Is that going to be the case?
Maybe it is, man. We never. Listen, that's why you play the season.
That's exactly right. But for right here, for right now, everyone who's asking for the NA depth, guess what? You got it. NA showed up and shown out. We got one team in the final. Now we need to see if we'll have two or not. I mean, this is going to be a big match.
Anything can happen. We don't know what's going to happen. That's why we play the matches, and we get to enjoy them and watch the fantastic Rocket League here. Karmine Corp with the one European representative here. Space Station knocking out Vitality on their way to this spot. How do you feel about Space Station right now?
SSG, they looked really great last series against Vitality. They were all balling out. I mean, and Diaz especially was absolutely sensational. Just want to remind everybody at home, though, in this matchup, SSG versus Karmine Corp. Karmine loses. And they gets 5 spots at Boston, 5 spots in Paris, and 5 spots at the World Championship guaranteed. So big implications for EU. I know if you're an Abjack fan, GK, you're rooting for Karmine Corp. I know if you're a Gentleman's fan, you're rooting for Karmine Corp. Everybody from Europe is rooting for Karmine Corp. Even Vitality might even be rooting for them as well. The Vitality fans as well.
At that point. But listen, on the other side, if you're an NA fan, you're rooting for, or if you're an NRG fan, I'm sorry, you're rooting for SSG in this one because guess what? The competition in America is stacked right now, and NRG didn't necessarily have a good finish base. So now, coming back home, there's a lot of time for the break, and then they're going to have to come and face a real deep North America.
They will. I mean, but listen, everybody got better in order to get as good as NRG, so that's good for a region. But I'll tell you this right now, the matchup that we got coming between Vatira and them boys from SSG, them young guns, it's going to be super exciting.
It's going to be fun. I mean, Herc, I feel like the NRG fans can also, after this weekend, kind of relax a little bit and be like, okay, that result they had wasn't as bad as we thought it was. Redacted are actually quite good, as are Gen G. So, you know, they just had, like, not the best weekend, but it wasn't like turn on the fire hydrants and the panic alarms.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have turned on the panic alarm and everything like that, because no, I think after seeing the performances we've been getting from everybody like Redacted, like SSG, that even with a 5th spot now, it is going to become kind of dicey because I feel like there is a top 3 already in NA now.
Well, folks, we are waiting for this result for the grand finals. Also, the 4v4 show match yet to come should be a lot of fun, but let's get back into the action. Europe back on the stage on one side with Space Station Gaming on the other. The blue wall, welcome back into the hype chamber here. And they might have a short trip if Space Station's got anything to say about it.
Listen, it might be, it could be real short, but they are the only team so far this whole entire event, Friday and Saturday and today, to walk out asking for cheers. That just shows you how confident they are. And honestly, people were kind of down on them. I don't know, they lost Stride, they added Juicy. I just think that they just got a great system. They have great confidence. They have some of the greatest players of all time, including the man in the middle. Nato, 2 years on Karmine Corp at this point. He's been balling out. And let's see what the coach has to say. Oh, yeah, extra. That's right.
That's right. Extra is here. And we've been talking a lot, so we're going to talk a little bit more. The squad just finally now getting to play in the gauntlet. You guys had to buy, so you've been waiting around. Has that made the players anxious at all, having to watch everyone else play and not be able to get on the field yet?
No, I mean, they're not nervous. It's a bit late, to be honest, but I think it's fine for them.
This is natural gamer hours now.
Yeah,
right?
that's fine.
It's perfect. Yeah. Now, I guess looking at the rest of the competition through Europe and North America, it obviously became very North American heavy by the end of this bracket. Did that surprise you and the team at all?
Kinda, yeah. I was a bit surprised by like NIP especially.
Yeah, right.
And I guess we're like EU's last hope now, so we have to do it.
Yeah, and I know First Killer standing in grand finals, hoping to be able to shut that down. Vatira always seems to have his number, but of course you got to get through these guys first. Game plan coming in today. I've heard a lot of other teams saying they've made a lot of changes. Was that the same for you guys?
No, we're staying the same.
You're staying the same.
We adapt a lot, of course, as always, but we'll see.
Are there any teams that you were looking forward to scrimming but didn't get to? Because I know not every team got to scrim.
SSG.
That was it specifically. So you're going in blind now, yeah?
No, I have everything.
Oh, yeah. You've been studying, though,
Yeah, I
right?
did.
How late did you stay up last night? You didn't sleep, did you?
I stayed up like very late, to be honest.
I imagine, yeah. I was joking, but it's probably a serious thing.
Yeah.
For the squad, then, I guess, for them, it's just go in, regular game plan, no changes here. Was there anything specifically, though, towards SSG that you are telling the players to look out for?
I think NA in general, they play like a bit different from EU.
Yeah,
So
yep.
we have to like adapt a bit to the NA playstyle.
Right.
But like nothing changes.
I'm sure you have confidence that they'll be able to do it, though. Hey, well, we'll see if that happens as your opponents are about to hit the field. Space Station Gaming on their way.
I mentioned it earlier, but it's true. In the history of RLCS, there's never been a final that was North America versus North America when international competition was present here. Space Station, if they were to be Army Corps, they would make that happen. And there's a lot of North American content creators in the building.
I mean, look at them. They're giving them a standing ovations. My goodness, North America. That's what I like to see. I like to see NA get proud for the region. We got the SSG boys here in an international matchup against Army Corp. Chance for an all-NA final, and everybody looks like they're ready to go. Listen, I saw some boos on the other side. You know, some of the Frenchmen, they weren't necessarily happy with it, but hey, let's send it to Leaf, man.
Yeah, let's find out, because I got a match to get to in just a few seconds here. Expert, thanks for joining me again. K-Corp looking confident. You know, they were surprised to see so much North American representation. How about you? Were you surprised that North America was stepping it up in this gauntlet?
No, I've heard good things about NA in scrims.
Yeah.
I've noticed like NA has been like playing better as well in that regards. So I'm not surprised at all.
Can you pinpoint to overall maybe what, not specifics for each team, but overall why maybe North America is having such a good
A
gauntlet?
lot of new talent, honestly.
You think it's the new
we're
talent,
bringing a lot
yeah?
of new talent at Aki Zanger. We were going through what happened in EU a few years ago, that like a lot of new talent was coming to EU, like players like Vatira, Chronic, all these guys. Like NA is having the same thing now.
Right, because I also know part of the problem, and we talked about this a bit before, that the new talent also was a bit of a problem in itself, that they didn't have that experience. You think that's just kind of growing pains, I guess?
Yeah, exactly. We just need like, it's time. Even as redacted team, they're gonna have some growing pains, but they're gonna keep getting better and better and improve a lot.
And now, before I talk about the match specifically, I guess let's look for the North American region. How long do you think those growing pains are going to be? Do you still feel like there's a couple more steps they need to take, or are they really close to
No,
better?
they're very, very close. Like scrims, like they're definitely one of the teams who struggle the most in scrims. So I think they're there at the right point.
Now, is there any worry for have the players voiced any worry? Because K-Corp, of course, are usually that final boss. They're a team that knows how to get to a grand finals, and it feels like the story is lining up for a Vatira first killer grand final. Was there any worries voiced by the players?
No, we haven't scrimmed them yet, so we don't even know how we're gonna react to them, or are they gonna react to us. So I think it's just gonna be a series of like whoever can react on a moment best and can adapt to each other better.
So you're gonna have a lot of work in the match coming up, right?
Yeah.
Hey, well, anyways, get to it. Good luck in the match coming up, Expert.
Space Station on one side, Carmine Corps on the other. We heard from them earlier, and it kind of alluded to it in some of those interviews there, Daz. They haven't scrimmed each other, and this is a completely new SSG roster that didn't exist last season. Do you feel like that favors one team more than the other?
I mean, no. I feel like, you know, it's going to be a blank slate for both teams. They're going to come out and see how they look, because both teams have looked equally as threatening over the course of this weekend. We've seen the highs and we've seen more of the lows on SSG. We know that they can be a bit more up and down, but for Carmine Corp, they've been kind of consistent. All anyone has is tape, no actual like gameplay against each other's play styles. So there's going to be a lot of adjustments on the fly. Fortunately for both these teams, they got two great coaches behind them, so we're in for a great series.
There's only tape in this situation. There's a lot more tape, I feel like, maybe on the Carmine Corps system here. But at the same time, if I had to pick a team to go up against a team that has no tape, Carmine Corps is gonna be my first pick every time. So.
Oh, for sure. And also, Carmine Corp has had to watch them over the weekend. I'm sorry, but the Diaz double hat trick earlier would make me a little worrisome headed into this series. I feel like the expectations for SSG